Welcome, Will. Nice to see you. Marlon, how you doing? Thank you so much, Willen.
Same here, man.
What?
Same here. Thank you so much. Hello to everyone in the chats. Welcome to the live, and it's gonna be an amazing one. So stay tuned. If you got some coffee, if you got anything to do, close your doors, get your popcorn, get anything you need, and hop on because it's gonna be
This
an
one,
amazing and
this
interesting
one,
one.
this one just took over my show. He's even louder than me. Look at this one. Like, and I've not even welcomed him. He's already taken over the show. This is a mad one. This is the he matches he matches my energy. I'm not even introducing him. He's already like, hi everyone, go grab your coffee. Who is the host, Willen?
I can't take over your show, man. You are the boss of live streaming, man. You are the boss of live streaming, so no way.
This one has already taken over the live stream, and I've not even started like even introducing him. Look at this one. But I love him as a
I
brother,
can see
and
someone
that's
got
why
a popcorn already. That's 30C Petite. I got a popcorn.
you know what? He's going to help me read the chat because clearly he's very eager to be like here. So he's going to do all the work. Anyway, he's the host today. Me, I'm just a co-host.
No, you are my boss. I'm learning from you. You are the boss of live streaming. So I'm here. I am your student right here today. So you are my 老师. In Chinese, we say 老师,你是我的老师,你是我的老师. You are my teacher.
Willen, you'll have to write it for us because we can't. Some of us we don't speak. What is it, Mandarin? You need help. You're going to give us teachers like 3 Mandarin words.
Let me just write
we can. Hey, Amorit, how you doing, Amorit? Odom Somstead, nice to see you. Odom, how is the hours coming along? Guys, can you hear the Chinese music? Today we are like bringing, this place is lit. And you share this live stream out. This is going to be a deep conversation. I have 19 questions before you people start asking your questions. You can ask Nightbot to drop your house if you have to connect to somebody while we are having this conversation, because nowadays I can't multitask. So what you need to do, Nightbot will drop your house, and then you'll be able, if you don't want to connect the host and you want to renew the host is, you can go to his house. It is pinned there. And you'll be able to connect his house. You can click on his name on the description of this video. He's on the title of this video. He's not a hard person to find. Goga, that big building on your
Goga. Yeah, same on my side. Any of my viewers who are watching on my side should definitely hop on. Follow Goga, an amazing human, an amazing brother, and with so much experience and lots of contents to come, of course, because I can see Goga coming in strong.
Thank you
so anyone in my audience, go over to Goga's side, to his home, and follow him. Because there's so much to come, so much more.
So much to come. International Scholars is all the way on Willen's live stream. Thank you so much, International Scholars, for coming in. Really nice to see you. Welcome to this space. It's a collaboration, and I can read everybody's house. So please connect to this. It's a full house. There are 20 of you here. We are Ni hao, Goga. Why? What is that, Willen? Why am I being told ni hao?
Ni shi. Oh, someone said ni hao, Goga. Hey, Bicolana. Ni hao. Hello, ni hao. Huaning Lateli.
So Bicolanang is my channel member, and Bicolanang has already selected a wedding venue, but she's looking for a groom. So she's one of the people who is always busy asking me whether my guests are like single, and I'm like, girl, you can't be asking me these things on live stream. Like, you need to ask me privately. Yeah, so thank you so much for
Goga's link. Someone's asking for Goga's link, so let me check for Goga's link so I can paste.
Thank you so much. Where is Goga's link? International Scholars, thank you so much. You can find
Goga, can you drop your link? Can you help me drop your link? I'm not familiar with the live stream, so
I'm on your channel. So I can drop the link there. International Scholars, just hold on. I'm doing that.
You can drop your link so I can pin it for. Thank you so much, International Scholars. You're very welcome to the live.
Thank you so much, International Scholars. So Willen, guys, because Willen has taken over the live stream even before I introduce him, he's going to handle the chat when I'm doing all these things. Willen, you can welcome people, say hi to them, ask them what you want to ask them.
All right, everyone. So welcome on board. Welcome to this live. Well, I am just a newbie when it comes to live streaming, but Goga here is like he's the Lionel Messi or the Cristiano Ronaldo of live streaming. We've known each other for quite a while, and so much that we've experienced together. And well, the journey has been tough, but then here we are. Back to you, Goga.
The journey has really been tough. Willen, how long have we known each other? I think we've known each other for almost a year now, right?
Yeah, almost a year.
It's almost a year now.
Almost a year now.
We met in these whitey streets in the name of looking for support, and you know what we do in these whitey streets. We met in this we met in the streets. we met in these streets. Hey, Koti is another one. Koti, stop asking about the guests' marital status. These are mother of triplets. There are people here. Ramila, how are you doing? Ike is here. Thank you so much, Ike, for joining in. And you have my mods there who can help me out with the chat. Guys, I'm in the coast. It is so hot. It is so hot. First of all, look at how the host has a very fancy studio, guys. How can somebody like, this is showing off? Can you like show us? Can you stand or do something? Show us this studio, because wow, you are showing off.
It's not about the studio. It's about what can be offered. All of this. Yeah. This is China. Here in China, everything, most of these stuff are available. Like the darts. We're heading to space, as you guys can see. So if you are watching this live today, I hope your channel or your business or whatever you're doing in life, I hope it also heads to space. That's one of the reasons why I got inspired by this. And well, the love. And yeah, some of my books that I read, there's some books that I read sometimes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, a couple of books. There's different types.
Wait, sorry. Carry on.
So there's different types that sometimes when I'm free, I can read some of the books, and yeah. But then I'll share some of the books names with you or you guys later on if you're interested. So it's all good.
Are those real books, or are they like the square books that people put to impress their guests?
Some of them are not the real books, but the others are the real books, Because at the end of the day, we need to read sometimes. It's really important. Really, really important, because there's always a thing or two that we can learn out from reading and stuff. So very important.
That's true. That's true. Willen, I don't know that you can see me. I feel like I see you're stuck on my screen. I don't know that you guys, let me see.
Okay, I can see you now, but not like before. It's changed a little bit. Yeah, I think it's changed a little bit, but
there you are. There you are.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, somebody, Superfood Parents is saying your studio is impressive, so we will trust your book choices. That is shade.
Thank you so much.
That is shade.
Of course, any idea you want, you can definitely ask me, and I'm very open to sharing anything you want to know. Any ideas, the book names, or the items behind, I can share ideas or links. Or if you want to, I'm a businessman, so if you want to buy, I can get it for you in bulk. Any way you want.
I just like how she said, but we'll trust your book choices. Koti is telling me, Goga, don't come in the way of a lady finding love on YouTube streets. Okay, I've kept quiet. Hey, I've kept quiet. First of all, Willen, the first question, because these ladies have been bothering me. Single or married or complicated? Just answer that question so that they can stop harassing me on the Instagram.
I'm taken for a long while. Far away. Very taken. Very taken.
I'm sorry, ladies. Mistake. I mean, I told, but I want you guys yesterday when I was walking on the beach, because you guys were asking me, Goga, is the host single? Like, we've seen it. There's a live stream coming. Is the host single? He's a very handsome man. Is this? I'm like, geez, ladies, leave me alone.
Hey, Amori TV, welcome, bro. Amori TV, welcome on board, brother.
Guys, is taken, and he has a very beautiful wife. Like, she's stunning. Like, you can go watch his videos. You'll find the wife there, and then you can, he's spoken for. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Alex is my super mod and channel member. Thank you so much, Alex, my founder channel member. And OG, I saw you there. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If I haven't seen you, I thought I saw Adventurers Anne here. Nice to see you, Adventurers Anne. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, guys, if I don't see your chat, just like scream, use smoke signals, or ask Alex to just like say hi to bring it to my attention. I'll be able to know. Okay. So we are going to start without further ado. It is very late in China. What time is it in China, bro?
It's currently 12:25 a.m.
What is your wife thinking that you're doing awake at 12:25 a.m. when you should be asleep?
You know, she's a content creator's wife, so she understands. You know, sometimes I go, sometimes I have to go all night. Just editing alone takes me all night. So she's gotten used to it, of course, and yeah.
I give up. Bikola Nang Rabas is putting those broken hearts that Goga. My heart is broken. I'm like, you'll get your own husband, Rabas. Rabas, you'll get your own husband.
Don't worry. Your heart cannot be broken. There's still so much love to share. So much love that goes around for everyone, of course.
You have an amazing friend. I don't know how to read the Chinese names, but somebody's saying it's 12:30 in the morning in China in your channel.
Yes, it's past 12. Like now, it's actually 12:26 a.m.
And then you have Hang. I met Hang yesterday. Hang, welcome. Hang is also from Willen's house. So we have an amazing Chinese.
Welcome, Hang.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome on board. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is my first live. Well, guys, before we proceed, you guys listen. This is I've done 2 lives before when I was at maybe 700 subs. But then this is my first huge live and I'm still learning. So as I'm learning right now, if I make a mistake, you guys should feel free to correct me. And of course, you too, Goga, my teacher, would allow you.
Let me tell you about Willen. Let me tell you about Willen before we start our 19 questions. So Willen, I met Willen when Willen was at 500 subscribers. Welcome, Clement. So that time when you are working in these streets, you are trying to meet people. I don't even know who connected me. Willen, I don't know who connected us. There's somebody who connected us, and then you left me a comment on my videos. I don't know that you remember who brought us together. And then Willen had 500, and then he did like a lot of work until he got to 1K. So when he got to 1K, the last conversation I had with Willen was, wow, now you need to start live streams because we need to get you the watch time.
Watch hours.
Yeah. And then so Willen came on. Willen only did 1 live stream, guys. And he did 1 live stream, which was like 1 hour, 15 minutes. I remember I was on that live stream. And then
You're right. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, the next thing I see, I'm like, he didn't do any live stream again. Next thing I see, his channel is like blown up. I'm like, why does he need to do live streams? Like, what happened? And I was like, so I reached out to him because I watch it. He doesn't even have a lot of videos on his channel, to be honest. I'm like, Willen, what happened? Like, we were just starting, and then you're like, Goga, I didn't need to do a live stream. So that's what he's going to tell us here today. Like, what happened? What was the story? Yeah, some people, but you know, Willen is a testimony of what consistency and discipline can. Because when you look at his videos, guys, you will wonder whether he's a producer for Netflix. Because first of all,
not to that level.
How do you edit your video? You make the rest of our videos, you put our videos to shame. How do you edit videos like that? Like, do you have a production team or what? How do you edit? Or is it something that you studied in school or what? Why is your editing so top notch like that? Everybody talks about editing even in the comments.
Yeah, that's true. You're very right, Goga. You're very right. Well, for a start, before I begin, I want to thank International Scholars. He says he has been here for a couple of months and he loves the energy. And he was amazing when he first saw the channel. And I'm so grateful for your support so far, International Scholars. It really means a lot to me. And you can't even imagine. Every single one of you subscribed to me. I'm really grateful so far. And it means so much. And you guys are the ones who have really motivated me to be at this position where I'm at right now. And back to your question, Goga, talking about the editing, well, 1 year ago, when I started this channel, I didn't have all of this expertise that I have right now.
Yes.
I mean, in the editing aspect, in the communication aspect, I was someone who was kind of open, but not really that open. And I didn't believe that I could even go out of the house one day to go shoot a video. And I didn't know that I could ever edit a video to look like some of the top creators here on YouTube that I watch every time, That's the reason why I had to learn when I started, because I believe that as a content creator, when you start your journey, learning never ends, as I can say. So I had to learn on the go. right up till now, I think that there's still so much that I need to learn. There's so much I haven't learned. There's so much I want to learn. There's so much I need to learn. And when I started, my school was here on YouTube, guys. My school was here on YouTube. Everything you see me doing in my videos, all the editing, all the thumbnails, every single thing that you see me doing in my videos, I mean, with regards to editing, I actually learned them here on YouTube. I went to top creators pages like the channels, those who have been here before me, those who have been here for 10 years, 5 years, and I learned a lot. I watch hundreds and hundreds of videos because I think that, no one can ever know everything perfectly. So learning is a consistent process. So I try to keep learning on the go. So that's just it, Goga.
I like that. And you have a nice comment here that necessity is the mother of learning. And then you have Shekuman, who's also from your house. Shekuman says, I'm loving this stream.
Welcome on board, brother. That's an amazing content creator from the UK.
Yes, Shekuman. Mom. Yeah, he's watching with the mom in London. Keep up the good work and see you in Beijing. Wow.
Hello, mommy. Hello, mommy. Hello, Shekuman, mommy. Greetings to you. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Yeah, so I just want to circle back to let's introduce Willen. Of course, I know pleasantries. You and I have amazing energy. I like how we always talk, and everything is almost like we forget we even had a conversation to have here.
For sure. Thank you.
First of all, what motivated you to leave Africa for China? Like when people leave for abroad, and I'm privileged. I've been to quite a number of countries, not so many, just a few. But China is not. I think the only time I was ever in China was when I was like in transit. I was going to. Where was I going? I was going to Thailand, and I had to use the China Southern Airlines flight. And that's when. So I was able to stay. I was dropped at Guangzhou, and I think I was there for about 3 hours before I connected. So that's like my only memory of China. But why China? Why not like the United Kingdom? Why not the American? The big places people like going to make that.
Of course, I know.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, like most people say, to each their own. Normally, my background in the university, I studied something related to business. I have a BBA in marketing, actually in public relations. So I studied marketing, I studied business in the university. And when I was about to finish my university, I thought in my mind, like, what can really help me boost my skills? How can I expand my skills? How can I do more business? How can I learn more business? How can I be open? So I tried to do some research, and I realized that no, China, because over the past years, China has really been growing at a geometric rate. So back then, I realized that, well, I think China would be a good catch for me to try to go start learning the language and maybe see how the business works there. And then adapt. So that's the reason why immediately after my studies back in 2015, that was the very first time I came to China to study the language. And I did a year right here. Of course, it was about 10 months only. I just studied the basic, like kindergarten Chinese. And then I tried to make a few contacts. I went back. But then later on, you see, because I'm from Cameroon, of course, and so many things began to happen. And I had to move back this way for business also. And well, talking about getting back here to China is because when I watched YouTube videos back then, I realized that there's so much I can learn in China. That's business-wise. And initially, before I even came to China in the very first place, what I thought in my mind was, how will I survive in China with the language issue? I used to think that maybe in China there's just like some kung fu. Everyone can do some kung fu. If you want to try someone, they'll give you So I was thinking, like, how will I adapt to the culture? How will I adapt to the system? How will I speak the language, the food? I had so many things running through my mind. But then there were some times when I used to follow some mentors and I watch some videos. I realized that sometimes you need to leave your comfort zone to see the best of what you can attain in life. So that's the reason why I got here.
Just say that again. Just say that again. Is already dropping wisdom here. Just say that again. You have to leave your.
Yeah, sometimes you need to leave your comfort zone to attain the best of yourself in life, because nothing grows in your comfort zone, as everyone says.
I love it.
For sure. So when I came here, I started doing a lot of stuff, learning a lot, and doing all I could. Of course, it was very tough at the beginning. It was not easy, but then here I am. I learned on the go. I kept learning, and I'm still learning, and I'm grateful for that. So that's my whole journey so far.
So in short, you can speak Chinese because your channel supporter here, one of your subscribers, I can't read this, says you should learn some Chinese. Yet I've heard you speak Chinese very well, like in the streets. Can you introduce this show in Chinese or Mandarin, or am I even saying it wrong? Is there something?
First, before I begin, my Chinese is not the best, not the top notch. Of course, I can communicate in Chinese, in basic Chinese, and say a lot of stuff, and I'm still learning. And I'm not the best in Chinese. It's not perfectly fluent, but then there's so much to learn. But then what I can say is, Huaning Lai Jali, Huaning Lai Woman the Chibo, Jintian, Omen Yo, Goga. Goga Tai.
Whatever I say. Whatever I say.
So what I'm just saying is that welcome to everyone. Huaning Tajia, welcome everyone. Welcome to the live stream. We are here with Goga and 我们今天晚上都很开心，我们在学很多东西。So I said this evening we are here, we will learn a lot, and of course it will be an exciting one.
and that takes you to the next question, which is being asked by Clark's Gamers. Where are you from? Where did you originally come from? Because I know we've not said where you're from. We just said Africa, but I didn't disclose which country.
I said from Cameroon. Originally from Cameroon.
From Cameroon. So from Cameroon to China. Welcome, Chisaka. Chisaka is like you. Chisaka is like you. Chisaka's channel has blown up. Nowadays, he does premieres, and those premieres have at least 1,000 people watching him. He also just blew up, and it's the consistency that I was just alluding to earlier. So William is from Cameroon, guys. I think he has answered that. Yeah,
from the English part, because talking about Cameroon, there's a French, there's an English part, because so many people think that Cameroon is just French, but it's not just French. Cameroon, there's French and English.
I've always thought it's French.
It's French and English, just like just like Canada, and in schools we all learn English and French. Me, I can speak some French also, so it is what it is. Yeah.
So you moved to China to learn the language, you go back home, and then you go back to China now. Now to start the business aspect of it. Living in a foreign country, of course, comes with unique challenges. What would you say have been some of the most eye-opening experiences and maybe the cultural differences that you've encountered while living in China, especially, and being a Cameroonian?
Well, for a start, like I said earlier on in this life, before I came to China, I had so many things running through my mind. I was thinking moving to China, what would the experience be like? What will I experience? How will it be? Will the people be friendly?
Yes.
Maybe will they give me some kung fu? That's what most of us think, because when we watch the videos back then or the YouTube channels, the media back then, we had a different perspective about China. Yes. Just like how people out of Africa watch the media about Africa and they have a different perspective about Africa. So when I first got here, I won't lie, the language at the beginning was difficult. It was really a problem for me because I only knew, I think, ni hao, because I learned it. Of course, that was the first one I learned, ni hao, because at the airport, you had to maybe say ni hao, then you show what you want to show, or ni hao, we're going to get somewhere, just say ni hao. So that was the very first word I learned. But I didn't really face a lot of difficulties because, sometimes it's about your personality. When you approach people, even if you can't speak the language, and you try to make an effort and you try to learn from people, you can learn more when you try to learn and you are open to people. And some of the difficulties I faced also was I couldn't buy food easily when I just got here, because going to a restaurant, almost all the food was strange for me. I didn't know the names of the food. I didn't know how to place an order for food. I had to really try to speak the language. Like, one thing I also learned back then was jugger, because jugger means this jugger, jugger, jugger. Like, so if I go to a restaurant to buy something, or if I go to the market to buy something, I just say jugger, 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 jugger. So it was kind of tough. And then understanding the culture, because here in China they respect the culture very much, and it's not really that similar to that of our place there in Africa. So I had to try to learn the culture. Of course, there were times when I experienced some difficulties, but then I think that the more I learned the culture, the more I understood the Chinese people, and of course, here I am today. Well, that's the positive side. That's the positive side. Yeah. I can tell you another aspect.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the other aspects too was. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Just give that, and then I'll do a close up on that. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Let me just round up with that. One of the other aspects too, like I said in one of my videos, in every place here on earth, there are good and bad situations, but we can't let them define us though. And I've had some few situations with some few people in the past. Of course, recently it's been much different, because I think the very first time I came to China, China has pretty much evolved a lot over the years. And it's really amazing to see all of this change so far gradually from back then right up until now. And I had some experiences back then which were not really that pleasing, but then I believe that if I want to look at all my overall experiences, most of the experiences I've had were really amazing and very good, because one thing about Chinese people, they are very open, they are friendly. If you are open and friendly, because it depends on your approach to them. If you approach friendly, and if you approach in a friendly manner, in an open manner, and you are ready to learn, and they are also ready to learn, because they are ready to ask you questions about yourself, where you're from, about your culture. So you should also ask and learn. So it's like a two-way, like a two-way something. So I think that's really what helped me so far. Yeah.
That's good. I like that. And then you have questions from your. I'm just trying to check observations also on your channel. Huang says,
welcome, guys.
Yeah, your Huang is saying, talking about who? Let me see. So you're being asked whether you know Fel in China.
Of course, everyone. If you're a YouTuber in China, you gotta know Fel. He's our brother from Ghana.
Yeah, they know Fel from China by one of your supporters there. The next question, I'm just going to transition into that, because just tying closely to what I just asked. How do you think your perspective, especially as a foreigner, shaped your experiences in China? Like, for example, I know you talked about that you went there for business, and China. China is definitely one of those conservative societies, and it also. And that's generally sometimes Asia. I get the sense Asia. Before they allow you and they open up to you, they really have to understand you. How do you say, like? Your perspective, especially as a foreigner coming from Africa, Asia doesn't have a lot of Africans. Are there any specific maybe challenges you faced, especially maybe in terms of that cultural exchange?
Of course, Goga. Yeah, for sure. Like I said already, and like I'm gonna say again, moving to any country all over the world is a huge change for anyone.
Yes.
For example, just moving from one city in your country to another city, like if you're moving from, for example, if you're moving from Nairobi to maybe, is it Kinshasa? Or
Nairobi. Yeah, that's Kinshasa.
Nairobi. Yeah. Okay. If you're moving from Nairobi, for example, to another city in Kenya, there'll be some kind of change. For example, like in my country, if you're moving from Bamenda to Yaoundé, or from Boya to Yaoundé, the changes definitely differ. So talk less of moving from one country to another country. It doesn't matter if you're moving to the UK, to the US, to France, or to any country here in Asia, you must definitely find some new kinds of experiences that you need to adapt. Because one thing I've learned is that I need to keep an open mind. I've tried and it has helped me a lot because I've seen the world from a different kind of lens. I've understood that the world isn't just like in a small box closed that we can't want to open. We should always feel like we want to open that box and see more of the world. The more you see, the more people you meet, the more interactions we have with other people around the world, the more we learn and the more we grow, like personally and individually. Like me personally, when I look at myself right now and I look at myself like 5 years back, I feel so grateful for all I've learned and everything I've seen, because when I look at my personal growth, it's not just about the YouTube channel or the business or everything that I've experienced, but when I just look at the growth, my personal growth individually, my thoughts, the way I see things now, the way I see the world is far different from 5 years ago. And I believe that it's due to all of my experiences leading up to this point. And I'm more than grateful for all of that. So moving here to China or any country across Asia, so much I've learned. It has helped me. It has helped myself, my view in my family, my view in my country, my view of the world, and everyone else. Yeah.
Love it. I think well said. And I'm just going to zero into the business aspect. How is the ease of doing business, especially as a foreigner in China? What industry, maybe if you could share, what industry are you in, and just settling into that business aspect here.
Yeah. If you remember, when I started this channel, I was mainly talking about business and how to make some money and being consistent. That's what I used to be mainly focused on. Then I used to go out once in a while for some interviews and stuff. China China has got a huge market, and there's so much happening in China business-wise, and there's a lot of business that people can do from China and out of China. But my own kind of business is mainly linked with Africa, you understand? So I have people that I work with that we actually, like, if you need something, I can outsource the stuff for you. I can find the stuff for you and we can make it happen. And mainly fashion, because, sometimes we have to do research on what trends more. So I try to diversify most of these stuff, but then mainly fashion, because, so many people back home, they really love fashion. They love the shoes, the clothes and stuff. And of course, sometimes cups and anything. So I'm like a man of all weather, although I'm really mainly focused on fashion, but I don't turn business down. If you bring a business deal which is favorable for you, for me, for us, and I'm open to it. So that's just how it is.
I love it. Okay, the next question I'm going to ask is what people are always so curious about, let's say, the daily life in different parts of the world. What would you say is like your routine on a given day? What is like your routine, your activities, your interactions in China? Like when you wake up on a normal day, what does that look like?
All right. So here in China on a normal day, well, since most of my time I'm at home, since I have to link up with the businesses and I have to discuss with the factories or the companies, and sometimes I go out in the day. But when I wake up, of course, I don't work out in the morning. I work out at night, because most times when I wake up in the morning, I'm busy handling one or two stuff. If I have to go out to shoot a video, sometimes I have to travel to another city to shoot a video. Sometimes when I get back, I'm so tired because the traveling is hectic. Although you see the videos are all amazing, the videos are nice, but it requires a lot of effort. So I do my best. When I travel, I go shoot the videos, I come back, I get some rest. Thank God for my wife. She helps also. She's really supportive, and it makes it much easier. So when I wake up like that, I just do my morning routine. Like, I have to assist my wife to make the home look good and everything. Then I go out to the video. When I'm back, I get some rest. Then I get on the editing, or I discuss with the business partners or the people who want to buy something, or I discuss with the companies. If I have some packages, some stuff that some companies have sent, which I need to check and then put together and take to Guangzhou to send or go to send. I have to follow all of that up. So sometimes I'm really busy switching from this to that, and then the editing and following up with comments on YouTube and uploading and my own personal life, then family. So that's just my life most days. Yeah.
I can imagine.
But then, sorry, let me cut. But then I still have to find time for my own personal self. Of course, it's not easy, but then sometimes I have to take a break. It's very important. We can talk about that anytime you want.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to take a break. It's very important. We are not robots at the end of the day. I know China has very great systems. Things are working very well. But yes, as human beings, we do have to take a break. What aspect of the Chinese culture do you find particularly fascinating or maybe the most intriguing as compared to maybe our culture back at home? You've lived in Africa. You know how we carry ourselves here. We are a very rich continent. We also have like a very strong culture. But are there any cultural experiences, traditions, or experiences there in China that you have embraced and you love it, and it's one of those things that you're like, I love this one. I'm exercising this one.
Wow, there's so many.
Oh wow!
China.
Don't start with food, because I know you love food. So don't start. You can put food. Yeah, I know you're going to say, look at Chinese food. I'm like, no, don't start with food. Start with
one thing about China and one thing about Africa, these two locations, or let me just say Asia in general. One thing about Asia in general and China in particular, and Africa in general, and Cameroon or Kenya in particular, is the culture. We all have very rich cultures, very unique cultures that if you go somewhere, anywhere in the world, you would be able to identify if this person is from Asia, or this person has lived in Asia, or this person from Africa, or this person has lived in Africa, which makes our cultures really unique. But then here in China, some of the cultures that I've seen, for example, you said I can't mention food. Japan.
I like how you are saying like in Chinese.
You said I can't mention food, but then talk like if you have watched some of my previous videos, you'll see that there are some videos where I used to dance. Actually, there's some evening culture, like the evening. Should I say the evening culture? Yeah, the culture in the evening here in China is really amazing and always so colorful. It's like China comes alive at night, as I can say, most of the time. And that's, of course, because it's safe. And so many people can go out. Doesn't matter if you're a kid or you're an adult, or no matter who you are, you just go out and they have traditional dances, the culture, the music. It's all amazing. And these are some of the aspects that I really love about being here in China and learning some of these kind of cultures. And one other aspect that I love about being here in China are the manner in which, like, if a Chinese person is open to you, he or she is really open and they want to know so much about you. That's a very good aspect I think more people around the world need to learn or cultivate, because it doesn't matter where we are, whether in Europe, in America, or anywhere all over the world, we can definitely try to learn from people and, of course, grow. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay, now you can talk about the food. Everybody's like, Clark is like, why are you making me not talk about the food? Even Marlon is like, he has to talk about the Chinese cuisine. Okay, do it. I know, because I've seen half of his videos where he's enjoying food, so I know I've totally like put him on the spot if he doesn't talk about food.
When we talk about food here in China, the truth is that food is a huge part of the Chinese culture. Of course, here in China, there's the food, there's the tea, the Chinese tea. They love tea a lot. Also, like if you go to a business meeting or you link up with the Chinese, they'll offer you some tea. You guys sit down with the small cups and you drink some tea. And yeah, of course. So that brings some togetherness. Now, talking about the food, there's so many different types of food here in China. I think there's more than 50 different parts of China which have different types of food. Each of these parts have different types of food, and there's much more than that in each area. So, like for example, if you go to Hunan here in China, it's a part here in China. If you go to Hunan, they love spicy food with a lot of, I mean, really, really spicy. And if you go to Chongqing, it's also the same, which I'll be visiting hopefully very soon. So if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe, because I'll visit that location. Hopefully, I'll be able to go there. And in some parts, you will get sweet food. That's one thing that I always try to avoid. But sometimes some of their foods, they have a lot of sweet. I don't know if it's sugar or some kind of spice or something, but yeah, they have sweet food also. But then all around, the food is amazing. Different types of food prepared in different ways. And I just love it. I just love it. You can't go hungry in China, and it's cheap. It's not expensive. Yes. You know, the food here in China can be, I think, almost sometimes you can go to a normal restaurant in your area and you can get food for almost the same price, like in my country in Cameroon. So it's cheap. And yeah, so that's just it with regards to food.
And then you're being asked by Laura. Laura is my channel member. She's asking, what part of China are you in? I forgot to ask that actually.
In Guangdong. Yeah, I'm located in Guangdong.
Okay. Guangdong?
Yeah. In Guangdong province. That's the reason why I'm located in Guangdong province. That's the reason why you can see me make videos in Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Dongguan. Because this is mainly my area. But I plan to spread out, see more of the culture, to go to more of the local areas, because I need to feel the real Chinese vibes. You know, I felt the vibes, of course, and I've been to some of those areas before I started this channel. But then now I want to go there and show you guys from my lens. So that's my aim. It's an amazing location too.
Okay. You have a question from David Antu, is my channel member. He's asking, do they eat okra in China? This one always has a problem with okra. That nice that vegetable thingy. I'm sure.
One thing I can tell you.
China.
One thing I can tell you is this: China has almost every food you can find. If you're an African and you're in China, you don't need to worry about food. There's okra sold in the supermarkets. There's some kind of vegetable.
Stop.
Serious.
Stop right there. Stop right there. You can find the best okra in the supermarket in China. You've answered him. Hang is saying Guangdong has the best food too.
Sure. Yeah, Hang, you are very right. Here in Guangdong, the food, that's why if you watch my videos, you see I usually go out most of the time and I have fun. And that's why I try to work out regularly. Because if I eat all of this food you see me eating in my videos and I don't work out, imagine what can happen to me. So I try to work out as regularly as possible. So if I'm eating the Guangdong food, because there's so much food here in Guangdong, amazing food. So I have to work out to stay fit.
But come to think of it, you're saying a lot of food, but the Chinese people, most of them don't put on a lot of weight. They are very small, like they're limber. What is the secret? What is the secret? Are there any secrets?
Okay. Yeah. Let me respond to Hang. Hang said no, not true, as okra is stir fried with dried. Well, for the okra, it's prepared slightly differently from the way we prepare it back home. But then it's and back to your question again. What was the question again, Goga?
No. Wait. I think it was just on. I highlighted this for the. I was talking about the Chinese and how they are always fit. They always look fit.
Yeah. So
I always say
when I first got here to China and I saw the amount of food that they eat, because food is a really huge culture here in China. They love eating together as a family, especially during the holidays. And like a family, they love their huge families. They love, like, you have Nai, Goga, Jeje, Mama, Papa. That's the whole family, like the grandpa, grandma, everyone. They love to sit on the round table, or even if you're just friends from work, they love to sit on the round table together and just have some good meal on a spinning table, so you can spin and you use your chopsticks to get it, spin, and you get what you want on the table. And I think that when I got into China, that was a very good aspect that I observed, and I really like that. And for you to see them this fit, despite eating all this food, I think it's about habits. First, most of the times when Chinese people have dinner, for example, they go out for a walk. If they're a couple, they hold their hands and they can walk through the park to just shed off some steam, and just, and as you saw in some of my videos, like there's a dance that go on like every evening. Many people go to the park, they dance, and then they have their tea. There's different kinds of tea, the red tea, the green tea here in China. So I think that these teas and their habits, all these habits put together, including the teas and the way they do the stuff, it really helps. It really, really helps them stay fit and active.
Absolutely. And Sonia here, Sonia is my sister and twin here. Sonia, I don't think is happy when she hears you talk about taking green tea because she loves food as well. Marlon is asking you a question on the screen there, whether is Peking duck and I don't know if I'm saying it right, lo mien, the national dish.
I don't think there's a national dish here in China. I'm not sure. Because you can find everything everywhere, and different parts have different kinds of dishes. So everything is a national dish. Depends on your mood.
Yeah. And then Hang says, and superfood parents will love this kind of comment. They eat lots of veggies and also smaller portions. There's some people here you'll annoy them when you. There's some people here you'll annoy them when you start saying smaller portions. Yeah, and Hang agrees that there's nothing like a national dish in China. So yeah, you already got a Chinese perspective there.
Yeah, Hang, you're right. Hang is very right. Veggies are very important. If Chinese are eating something, they usually have veggies by the side. That helps to burn some of the calories, some of the carbs, of course.
Yeah. Okay. I want to now start zeroing in on something. I like the background you've given us on the Chinese culture, because I've realized you're almost like beyond your time you had given me. Recently, your YouTube channel gained significant popularity. First of all, maybe somebody may want to ask, and I know I met you and your channel was so focused mostly on business and affirmations and encouragements and motivation. But something has changed in your channel, and there's a lot of traffic coming to your channel, especially around your content. What, first of all, inspired you to start a YouTube channel before I narrow into the second part of my question?
Well, like I explained at the beginning, my experience, my journey here in China, when I got here to China, and after everything I've seen, everything I've learned, everything I've experienced, including my business side, that's the reason why I first started with mainly the business side. That's the reason why I put this name, William Business and Lifestyle. Yeah. Business and lifestyle. So I had to share the aspects of business and then with some sprinkle of lifestyle, so that I could also help people understand the idea. If you're planning to start a business, because due to my background in education, my background in business, when I learned in the university, I thought that with my little expertise here in China concerning business, I could put it together and share with anyone who wanted to learn anything concerning business, or how to stay motivated, or how to grow financially. Because at the end of the day, in the world today, there's so much happening, and so many people are going through a lot of financial hardships. So many people are going through a lot, and the world is really tough with the inflation and everything happening right now, the price hikes. I just thought maybe sharing my own little ideas about business and how to improve financially. Of course, I am not very huge financially. I am also struggling, but then I thought I could share my journey with people. Hopefully it could inspire someone to learn something and also grow in their own business or any aspect that they're trying to do. Because, just 9-to-5 jobs these days cannot cut it anymore. You need something out of the box. If you are working a 9-to-5 job, you need something to add to that. And that's one of the reasons why I started the channel, to share those ideas and then share my experiences here in China. That's why if you check some of my old videos also, I made some videos where I used to go out, like when the iPhone was getting launched in Guangzhou last year, I went there, I made a video on that. I used to go out also to the streets. I made a similar video like this back then also. So I used to try to do the business and then the lifestyle, my life, like the one I did with my wife in the past, more. So that was my main idea of starting the channel from the beginning.
And I know when you started the channel, it didn't really gain much traction in that sense, because as I said earlier when you were starting our conversation, you are doing actually what most of us have done to grow our spaces and channels, trying to support a community, watch people's videos, which takes a lot of time. So what's changed? And where was the shift that actually now helped your channel to even grow further? What happened? What's changed?
Talking about growing a YouTube channel, for anyone who's planning on growing a YouTube channel or starting a YouTube channel or starting any online content creation medium, my advice is that learning never ends, improving never ends. You can, when you're starting and you're small, I think that we can't just tick on a particular aspect. Absolutely. Of course, we can do things that are related to what we have expertise in or what we love doing. But we shouldn't just focus on one aspect and keep doing it over and over. If you find out something that you are doing might not be really gaining traction, you can diversify a little bit. And sometimes you can still put in what you started with. That's along the line. So for me, as I was making the video and moving forward, like making the business videos mainly, and then I used to try from time to time some lifestyle, because of course the channel is about lifestyle. I used to try some lifestyle, and I realized that people began to appreciate more of the lifestyle, more of the outdoor videos, which I did.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, well, if I do more of this and share my real experiences as a foreigner here in China, or because there's so many amazing things that I've seen here in China, going to so many different places. And I thought this is really interesting and for people to know. And I remember that before I came to China, I didn't know much about China. I didn't know so much about China, and there was so much to be learned. And I think there are so many people who still do not understand about China, just like there are so many people who do not understand about Africa itself. Like the 54 countries in Africa and every part of Africa, many countries in Africa. So I thought to myself, I think it's good that I can begin to share more of those outdoor videos and show people the real China, and hopefully trying to bridge the gap between China and Africa. Like, because there are people in China who might not understand the truth about Africa, and there are people in Africa who might not understand the truth about China. So I thought maybe if I make some more of these outdoor videos, everyone everywhere can watch and learn. So I began to try to do more of the outdoor videos also that you see, going out, experiencing in the streets. And of course, going out in the street also helped me to improve my Chinese. So it's like a win-win. As I communicate with people, I learn from them and I improve myself. So that's one of the reasons why I saw that it's good for me to go out and share more.
Absolutely. And I like what you said, especially like when you're out in the streets and you're interacting with people, you also like learning, and when you're open, and that's also a good way of also making those relationships. I think I like how you say that. And
exactly.
That, just to ask the second part of this question, would you say that your experiences, especially as a foreigner, and for that reason, a black foreigner, because again, that also becomes a thing we can talk about when you're in Asia.
Yeah.
Living in China, would you say, especially being a black man living in China, influenced the kind of content that you create, especially after you notice there's a shift on the channel? People enjoying this, a black man in the streets of China making content. First of all, I know you already get a lot of attention because everybody probably wants to say, everybody wants to, like, maybe, I don't know, touch your hairs, talk to you, ask you something. Most likely sometimes you're even the only black person in the street when you're in Asia.
That's true. That's true.
Like, you really stand out. You really stand out. Would you say that those experiences maybe influence the content shift, especially when you notice there's a progress, the lifestyle bit?
Yeah, I think that, first of all, here in China, there's not just black people making content. There's not just Africans making content. There's content creators from the UK, content creators from the US, content creators from Australia, from Russia, all over the world. It doesn't matter the skin color. They are all here in China making content. There are so many different content creators here. Like there's one I really enjoy her content concerning food. I like food. So like Blondie in China. Yeah, she's a lady, very interesting, and she makes good videos here too. And so it doesn't matter the skin color. It's just that I think it's just about China itself.
Yes.
And of course, sometimes being a black person here in China, maybe you're the only black person on the street, and you can easily be spotted. Like if there are over 200 people at a location, you can be singled out if you're a black person, and so many people want to know about you. And sometimes it's some people's first times to maybe see a Black person. The experience with those people, they are really inquisitive. They want to know more about the Black culture, and that's an amazing aspect. Some people might see it like it's intruding your privacy, but I don't see it that way. I think that when most of these people, they approach you and ask you some questions, or maybe touch your skin to see if your black is gonna come off, or touch your hair, I think they're just trying to understand better about you as a person, about your people, because like I said, not everyone has a chance to travel, although I hope that everyone can travel more, but not everyone has a chance or the opportunity to travel. So in these cases, my aim is just to make sure that I try to bridge that gap between everyone, make everyone understand better, make everyone see the reality of the world, because the aspect of skin color, and of course sometimes we might mention the skin color in our titles, looking at the experience of the video, but not all my videos though, but sometimes the experiences need that. So being a Black person also contributes to an extent to the experience that I have sometimes. So that's just it.
I know it's a very sensitive question, and even when I was writing it down to ask you in this interview, I didn't even know how you're going to answer. But I knew because you're my brother. I'm Black. I'm into Asia, and I know the kind of treatment I've received in Asia just by standing out.
Exactly.
But I like what you said. Sometimes there's nothing like it's not even discrimination. It's just that the curiosity, and then most people in Asia,
exactly,
they ordinarily don't have people of color like us really visiting Asia. So it's always just curiosity, and when they actually approach you and you get to talk to them, they're just curious about where you're from,
exactly.
What's your country. That's literally the conversation you end up having with them.
Exactly. And that's why I also ask my own question, because I also learn. That's why I've learned so much, because as I ask and I learn, they ask and they learn. So it makes things much easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Laura, don't worry, I have your question. I've packed your question. I know you asked me a very sensitive question there. I will ask Quillen just now, because it's related to the YouTube questions that I'm just asking. Could you again, let me just ask this question. Building an online community, sometimes it's important for YouTube success. How do you engage with your audience? Because I know when your channel blew up and then you started getting the views, the subscribers started coming in, until now you are literally, I think you're almost at 13K. How do you interact? How do you engage the audience? Because I know you have a very unique set of audience that you never used to have before that channel progressed. So how do you engage your audience just to create that sense of community within your channel, especially being a foreigner? But you have at least a lot of Chinese people wherever they are in the world enjoying your content.
One thing about being a content creator, especially here on YouTube, is that you need to listen to your audience. You need to be able to communicate with your audience, understand what they like, what they do not like, try to resonate with them. You need to meet your audience halfway. Sometimes your views might not align, especially when it comes to talking about various countries and meeting this way. Sometimes our views might not align, but I think there's always something we all can learn from each other. No one is perfect. I am not perfect. Maybe the person commenting is not also perfect, but then I believe that every single comment, I try my best to read as many comments as possible and reply to as many as possible. And I learn from them. There's so many, the audience are the ones that define your channel as a YouTuber, as a content creator, because, for example, there's a video I made where I used the captions. I used yellow color for the captions, and so many people complained about the yellow color, and I can't use that anymore. That's something I've learned. My audience has taught me. They have all taught me that lesson. So I listened to them, and I understood that. And sometimes when they correct me, like when I mention something, and they say, "Oh, no, this is not this, this is not that," so I learned something. So the more I read the people in the comments, the more I learn, the more I can improve myself on my next video. So following up with your audience, reading those comments is extremely important for the growth of the channel. That's how I learn.
I love what you said, because a lot of guests who have come on this live stream, especially the ones whose channels have really blown up, they tell us that the content is for the audience, not for you. You don't make content to entertain yourself. You make content, and the audience are the king and queen.
Exactly. So, exactly. Yeah. You are here to provide something for them, not for yourself. Sometimes you need to go out of your comfort zone, even if you don't really feel it that much, or even if you are going through some difficulty in creating that particular aspect of content, you still need to go out and make it to make sure that your audience are happy. Make sure that you satisfy them. Give them what they need, and of course, you'll definitely keep growing.
Absolutely. Let's see. If you need a glass of water, let me know. We are just hit 1 hour, so just in case you need to take a break. But don't worry, I'm almost done. And the good thing, you're answering most of these questions, so it's killing other questions very nicely. So I don't have to like struggle to actually ask the others. So
no problem. Yeah.
That is says interesting. Blessing Posh, thank you so much. Willen Hang, thank you so much for staying in. If you're watching from Willen's Business and Lifestyle channel, we are on Yoga with Goga, but we're also streaming on his channel. So you can give him support on his channel there. Go give him some thumbs ups there, and then so that you can support the guest. That's the best. That's the least you can do for his time. It is very late in China. It is like 1 in the night. And he's still hanging out with me here. He's a married man. You can imagine how the wife is waiting. So I'm just saying. But he's saying that is the wife of a content creator. You know, like an army wife or I don't know. Our guest next week is talking about. Our guest next week is talking about spouses. Spouses of content creators, and whether your spouse supports your content creation. Anybody Chinese here? You have a question there from one of your people on the chat.
There's Hang. Hang is around. If Hang is there, he can reply to that. I think he's Chinese, and of course, it doesn't matter if you're Chinese or not. You are still welcome to the live. Very, very welcome.
Yeah, you're most welcome here in Africa, and generally we always welcome everybody. We are very welcoming. Anybody is welcome. Yeah, I will just transition now. Don't worry, I'm not going into the easy questions, so I'm not going to put you on the spot again. I know some of those ones are a bit hard.
No, anyone is fine.
Could you tell us that particular video that you believe played a very significant role in boosting your channel's popularity? And what is it about that video that you think captivated your viewers? I know that video has thousands of views. Like it has, I don't know what happened. What did you do on that video? Because that was your big break. And it is very strange because that video is barely 2 months old, right? If I was like...
Yeah, of course. I believe that it was... I believe it was a gradual process. It was a gradual process because before the main video that really blew up was a video I did in Shenzhen. That was the main video that really, really, really blew up this channel. Yeah. But then before I went to Shenzhen, there were a few that I made here. Like I did some EV videos, and then I interviewed a hardworking Chinese lady on the street who does some small business. And that's how I'm linking my business to the lifestyle, like I told you before, which is really amazing too. And talking about that, I think it's the video in Shenzhen, China that really helped blow up this channel much faster. And it gave me, I think, about 2,000 or almost 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, that video gave me about 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, for real. That video gave me about 3,000 subscribers. And I think so far there are about 2 videos that have given me similar, like 3,000 and 3,000 subscribers. So that video actually, after my wife and I, we actually did the one here in where we live right here. Then we moved to Shenzhen to make the video. We actually spent about a week right there. We spent about a week there, and then we actually had to do where we also did the electronics market video.
Yeah,
we did that video. Then I did the being a black in China. Like, if you are, is it safe for a black man? I'm sure you remember that video. If China is safe for a black man and better than the US, because of course I have friends, I have family, I have friends in the US and in other parts of the world. So talking about what we have been experiencing worldwide, I had to ask that question, and I had to change the misconception that people have about China concerning blacks. Of course, their experiences, everyone experiences things differently here in China. They are good, they are bad, but like I said in one of my videos, we can't let individual situations define how we see a group of people or how we see the world. So that particular video of me experiencing Shenzhen, I was just like moving around Shenzhen, trying to experience Shenzhen as a black person, seeing the true nature of Shenzhen, talking to the people, and just having fun. That was just what happened, because it wasn't even scripted. I was just walking around, trying out some juice, just listening to some good piano, having fun, and that's the video right there. So it was a really interesting video. I had to go there, move around, and it was good. I had a good experience, and that was the video. Although the other videos before then also did great, but that particular video, that was the one.
And you can see the video is only 2 months ago. Like it's 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then you can see what happened when that video did well. Was there a ripple effect on your channel?
When you say ripple effect, like to what aspect? In what sense?
Yeah. Because before you answer this, before you answer that second part of the question, if I was just to give a quick scroll on your channel, so guys, this is Willen's channel like 6 months ago. I just want to like let me just give the normal. Let me not analyze it. So if you are to go to Willen's channel, oh yeah, congratulations on 13K. You just hit 13K today. Congratulations on 13K.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. Thank you so much, brother.
Because I know you are 12.8, like you actually are 12 point something this morning. I don't know how you've gotten 200 subscribers just today in the last like 7 hours. So
all thanks to those who enjoy the content. I'm grateful for them. Everyone who subscribed, I'm so grateful. It means a lot. I'm beyond grateful. Everyone who's been supporting, especially you, Goga, I'm so grateful for you all letting me be able to get to this point.
So guys, when you look at Willen's channel, 8 months ago, this video was having 58 views. Just look at that. When you scroll up, it was just like most of us who are just starting our channels. Look at that. So you can see where I started following Willen. It's like months ago. You can see some of the videos I've watched. Then as recent as 7 months ago, his videos were still at you can see they were still at like hundreds. And then something happens somewhere. Something happens somewhere here. 6 months ago, something starts changing, and then look at that. The views just started jumping to the thousands, and that's why I'm asking him which video did well. And you can see he just highlighted it's this one. This one of the most popular videos. Yeah. So, and it's important to see it is important to highlight this, Willen, because most of us don't have the patience. Most of us actually want to get viral as soon as tomorrow. Most of us want to get viral as soon as tomorrow. But one thing that people don't understand is the work that you have to put in. Because you are telling me that the video that did well, you shot that video a year ago, and then you just went and did editing, threw in something nice there, and look at what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So carry on with the second.
Yeah, that was just, I didn't even expect that all of that could happen. Like within the past 2 months, it's been crazy. So many things have been happening. And actually, when I went to Shenzhen with my wife, of course, and we were there, she was really supportive. Most of the videos that you see, the cameras, like I'm not holding the camera. She was the one holding the camera.
Yeah.
She was really supportive, and we just did it. And when we came back, we even felt sick because, traveling and doing videos, content creation in the summer, the heat is crazy. So doing all of that and then editing and posting, of course, it really we almost gave up halfway, but then I'm glad that we had built our minds, because I think everything's about mindset. If you can be your mindset and put it in the right place, you wouldn't want to give up along the line. So that's why we just had to do what we did, share our experience. It was just just free, as I can say, just a free video, just a relaxing video. I had no idea it could get to that point. So I'm just grateful.
I want you to express from me your reaction. And the Hank says that if you do content very well, it will gain traction eventually. How was your first reaction like when you saw, like when you probably you just uploaded a video and you thought it wasn't going to get much, and you thought it's just going to get another 50 views. What happened when it started? Like Princess was here once and was explaining how like when her channel blew up to like 80,000 subscribers, she was like shocked. Her heart was racing because that counter just kept on going ping 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 ping. Like the numbers just started going. So how did you like handle that? I mean, in short, how did you handle fame? How could you control yourself? Like, did you even sleep? Did you even eat? What happened?
Because
that is like seeing your life. That is like seeing your life change right in front of your eyes. Like, how did that happen?
It all happened so fast, and well, I believed in myself in the beginning. When I started, I wanted to. I believe that's one reason why I believe in the law of attraction also. Yeah. Like when you want something, you believe in your mind. That's one thing I believe in so much. I believe in the law of attraction. When you believe in the law of attraction, when you believe that you want something, you visualize it, and then you work towards that thing. Of course, everything will not go well. Some things might go very bad. A few might go well. But then when you begin to visualize what you want and you push forward, it will definitely happen. By that time, you will be ready for everything because you have been through the lows and through the highs. So when it began to happen and the views started coming, well, at the beginning, the first few hours, it was like, I think 12, the click-through rate was about 12 or so. I was like, wow, really, 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 this is like the highest I've ever gotten. And it kept going up and up. 13, 14, 15, 16 click-through rate. And then the views started coming in. People started commenting. So many people, both the good and the bad comments were coming in.
Yes.
It got to hundreds, then thousands of comments, then views. And when I saw that, like, I went to bed because we were still in Shenzhen. Yeah. We rented a hotel there. We were actually getting some rest. When we came back, we uploaded the video. We edited, we uploaded the video. Then I tried to get some rest. Then when I woke up about 2 to 3 hours later, I saw the video was about 1K plus, 2K plus, which was not really common in my channel. So I like woke up my lady and I told her, can you imagine this? I showed her, she was like, wow, because most of my wins, most of my losses, we are always together and we have been through the wins and the losses together. And that's the reason why experiencing this together, it was not just about all the views and all the comments. It was about all the efforts that we have put in over the year.
I love
all that effort led to that moment. So I just had to flash back all the days where I felt so down and not wanting to shoot a video. I felt so demoralized because sometimes I shoot a video and I'll get just 5 views, 10 views. And I would tell my lady, like, see, this video is not doing well. I think I'll start uploading once in 2 weeks. Because everyone goes through this phase. If you are on YouTube or if you are a content creator, you must go through this phase. Sometimes you will feel like giving up. You will not want to continue. You will say, I put in so much work into this content, into this video, and now it only has about 5 views or 10 views or 15 views. But then we shouldn't give up. For example, there's a time when I shot a video. I think it's twice. I shot videos twice. I shot a whole video for hours and hours, and at the end, I had no sound. Can you imagine that? For example, I shot a video in this studio. I shot a video in this studio for about 3 hours. And when I came to my laptop, there was no sound.
Zero, nothing.
There was no sound. So I had to do it again. So you can imagine all the work, all my energy, I had to do it again. And same hour, one time I went outside, I shot a video outside, and I came back home. The whole video, there's a video that you guys could have seen on my channel, but that video couldn't be uploaded because there was no sound in that video. It happened. I felt so down, so demoralized. And sometimes when such things happen, you will feel like giving up. You will feel like, I will not upload today or I will not upload this week. But the very next day in the morning, I went out again. I shot a different video, different scenario, different everything, and I came back and I had to upload that one, and it did well. So I don't know. I believe that every difficult situation will lead you to the right. How can I even say, to the right scenario?
Yeah. And I like what you say because, and I like what you say because you learn in those moments. Because I personally, I remember when I was doing when I was still getting onto YouTube. There are days you go and you shoot a video, you realize that you had not clicked, something as simple as you had not clicked play. And then I've done an entire yoga routine for like 30 minutes. And apparently I was just doing yoga without the video.
You were doing yoga, well, at least you were doing good for your body.
So that's what I used to. So I used to console myself. It's like, at least I did my yoga practice today. But I'm like, I feel like dying because I put the tripod. I have the setting. I'm dressed well, and then no video. And I'm like, I'm so tired after some of these postures. I can't even do. I'm like, guys, I'm not going to redo this thing. Then I say, I'll do it tomorrow. You wake up tomorrow, you have a very different angle of the video, and you just
exactly.
And you remember
that's just the process of a content creator. So for me, that's one of the reasons why, because the desire to win in my mind has always been very strong, not just for YouTube, for any other thing in life, for my business, for anything that I've been doing in life, because that's why, well, I think about 5 to 6 years ago, I didn't have this kind of mindset.
Yes.
That's the reason why I say again, traveling to China, meeting many people, talking to many people, experiencing, getting some few mentors and talking to some people has really made me, and also watching videos here on YouTube. YouTube is one of the best platforms in the world, because YouTube, you can learn from A to Z right here. So much. Think about anything in your mind, search here on YouTube, you'll find it. Absolutely. Anything at all. So my mindset, I watched productivity videos, I watched maintaining your mindset videos. And for example, on Instagram and here on YouTube, I also follow some motivational pages. When I talk about motivational pages, I don't mean the pages where they talk, where people just talk. I mean pages that tell you that no matter how difficult it is, you gotta keep your, because our brains are like a car, a vehicle. If you're buying a car, sometimes you need to add fuel, you need to change water in air, you need to clean it, the oil and everything. So that's how our brains work. You need to always keep on learning new things and keeping your brain active, because if you don't keep your brain active, one day your brain might just feel down. So that's one of the aspects that really helped me also to be able to get to where I am right now.
Yeah, one of my channel members and brother Ike says that he also did a video. He was in Jamaica recently and he did a whole video. When he got to the United States, the entire video was gone. That is the process. That is the process that we have to go through. Yeah, that's the process. Just time close to that. So your channel blows up, the numbers keep going up and they're not stopping. How did you keep up with the, like when a video does well, did you like post another video the following day? Because now if you notice that the channel is doing well, then there's the demand for the content. So how did you manage to keep up now with the newfound growth in the channel? Because if people have watched one video, it means they're demanding another new one. Give us another experience. We are not going to be stuck with that one experience. So how did you now manage? Yeah, how did you manage now this new pressure that comes with like new challenge
is new. Yes,
that you get the point. Yeah.
So talking about that, well, one of the good things that helped me too was that before that video that really blew up in Shenzhen, I made about 2 or 3 other videos or 4 other videos similar to that kind of experience here in China.
Yeah.
So all of those videos, at the end screen of those videos had each of them. Like I did an interview with a lady doing a small business vendor on the streets here in China. That video, I actually put it on the end screen of another video. Then I did the subway video and I put it on the end screen of that. And then I did now the Black in China, where I was experiencing Shenzhen, just walking around and with the piano and trying out the food and everything. So looking at all these things, when people watch that one, they could, it created a chain. that they could watch this one, then watch this one, then watch that one, then watch the other one. So it was like something that was round. So viewers from the first one could watch the other one. And when you have similar content on your channel like that, it enables a chain of reaction. Like when they watch the first one, they can watch more. And again, because it happens that sometimes when people are blowing up or when your channel is growing so fast, you feel like you want to relax and rest and take a break for a while. Don't relax too soon. There's still so much work to be done. After that video blew up, I think the following 2 days or 3 days, I uploaded the next video.
Yes.
I did another video because I was so motivated. I was hyped up because, I was uploading videos twice a week before and getting just about 10 views, 12 views, 15 views. So now that I'm getting thousands of views, why wouldn't I show more to the people who want to watch what I'm doing? So I got more hyped up and I felt like I couldn't even sleep right. My brain kept on thinking about more ideas.
Absolutely.
I kept on watching more and more videos of bigger creators here on YouTube because that's one of the aspects that's how I learned. I've watched thousands and thousands of videos. No, really. I've watched thousands of videos, thousands of bigger creators, not just in my niche, and not just about growing your YouTube channel. I've watched thousands of videos from creators worldwide. And that's a very important aspect. If you are an upcoming content creator and you are trying to... Oh, there are some people who are saying that they can't actually understand English. So sorry about that. Let's just try to, like someone here said, not all Chinese can speak English, such as me. Oh, we are show one English. What you do? Omenda show England, so you nan. 没事，你可以学一点，然后因为我也在学一点中文，所以慢慢来。然后
he just switched. I like that. Just to accommodate somebody on his there's somebody watching on his channel.
Yeah. 所以这个直播的时候，我可以多，还有我可以写在这个视频啊，谢谢，欢迎来这里。Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Goga.
That's part of engagement, guys. Like you have to meet your people at their point of need. Carry on.
So, like I was saying, one of the aspects that really helped me also was watching videos. I've watched thousands of it. I think I know of so many creators, both huge creators and smaller creators, like people who are ahead of me, people who are still struggling to get there, people who are at my point, and I learn from everywhere because there's something you can learn from everyone. There's an aspect. Just watching a video can give you an idea of your next video. Sometimes I'll go watch a Mr. Beast whole interview for about 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 2 hours, or 1 hour. I'll watch Ryan Trehan's videos. I'll watch Think Media's videos, so many different videos that I used to watch. And I will learn one or two aspects of editing and how to improve myself. So learning never ends. I kept watching more, and that's just how to improve. Because we're not an island. If you want to grow here, you need to learn from those who have grown. So that's why I'm learning from those who have grown and those who have been here before me. Because what I know now is not even much. There's so much I'm still trying to learn from everyone. Just like I'm learning from Goga right now.
I'm learning from you. I'm taking notes, actually. And I like what you kept on saying. I like what you kept on saying because, yes, the channel blew up. You are getting the numbers coming in. There's a lot of attention there. But you still go back to do your research. Like, how can I improve? How can I keep making content better? Like, you're not stopping there because there are people who will be like, first of all, guys, do you know I'm famous? I'm currently reading how to handle fame. There are people who stop there because they're like, guys, I blew up. I've arrived, and they stop making the content. And then, that sends a message to the algorithm that you're not serious, and they stop pushing the content, and you're like, oh, it was just like a 1 second of fame. So I like the fact that you say you have to keep going and doing the research and seeing what people are doing and seeing how you can use that to improve your content. I think that's the lesson I'm getting there.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a small break so that I can give Willen some time to get some.
Yeah, just a few seconds. a few seconds so I can connect my. Okay.
All right. So, guys, as he fixes his laptop, if you have any question, please feel to drop it on the chat so that I can highlight it for Willen. We are almost done. He's just fixing getting his laptop fixed, and then we can finish the interview. First of all, I think the interview has overrun its time with about 30 minutes, but he's chill. The wife has given him permission because this is a wife to a content creator, so she's cool. So I'm going to like highlight your question. So if you have any question, drop it down in the chat. Rebecca Mleprince, I was saying that next week we are going to have a guest who is going to talk to us about whether your spouse supports your content creation. Some of you have been having problems with your husbands and your wives because of your YouTube activities. So we are going to have the guest next week to teach us about how to find balance as a content creator. I will ask Willen that somewhere. I want to ask Willen about whether the wife supports his content creation shortly after this. Okay, he's back. Let me bring him back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, good.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So your channel grows. Then comes the YouTube Partner Program. How long did it take after your channel blew up for you to get that email from YouTube that you need to apply for the YouTube Partner Program?
Well, first of all, being here in China, it's a tough process. Like most of the other African countries, like monetizing on YouTube is complicated for us. So it took quite a while. And I had to go through lots of processes just to be able to finalize the whole process, from getting the email that I'm eligible to applying for the review and all those steps. It took a few weeks.
Yeah.
It took a couple of weeks, and then got the confirmation. And I'm still in the process, though. But then so far, from when they confirmed that I was eligible, I was really happy when I hit 4K because that's what most content creators always hope for. They hope to be able to get 4K. Yes.
Let me ask you. And this is a very private question. You can choose to answer it or not. It's perfectly fine. When that video went viral, how long did it take for you to reach the 4K? Because I remember you are just about to start live stream so that you can look for your 4K. But now here comes, you do a video, your channel blows up. How long did it take for you to get 4K? Because I'm sure that one video could have actually gotten you to 4K.
Right now, that one video is at about 15K, 16K. Yeah. Right now, that one video is about 15, 16K watch hours. That one video alone. So,
okay, you've answered the question.
Yeah, just about 4 days or so. So it was really fast.
So that it was very fast, and that's what I'm telling you. Like it's the work you put in, and then that one.
Yeah, really fast. Yeah, really fast.
So you didn't even need to do any live. You didn't even need to do any live stream. You got your
no live stream. I got it and passed beyond, and it went so fast. Everything happened so fast. The watch time was climbing, the subscriber counts went up, everything just going up. And at that time normally at that point you will feel overwhelmed. You will feel slightly confused, overwhelmed. But at such point, I think it's just about taking a break, thinking your next step, strategy, and keep going, doing more research. Get more hyped up, get more into the game, and just keep going, keep pushing.
Absolutely. I will ask you one question. You have a question from your side. You have been asked by Hang. What equipment are you using? And also, what software do you use for editing?
Well, for the very first one, the equipment. Most of my equipment are not cheap. Are not expensive. They are really budget friendly. They are really cheap. For my indoor camera, I use Sony ZV-E10, which I struggled and I got. And then for my outdoor videos, at the beginning, I was also using the Sony ZV-E10, but I got a GoPro. I got a GoPro, and now I use the GoPro most of the time. And my mics, I just got them online here in China. My lighting is not it's not really fancy. Most of the time, they are not all fancy. And for my editing, I still use iMovie. It's free. All the editing you see on my channel comes from iMovie. I just learned how to add some presets and some few.
You're showing off. You just told us you have an iMac. It's okay. These iPhone people have been bragging on my channel here. iPhone people, iMac people. It's a very subtle way of saying that you have iMac products. Thank you.
It's not even look. It's not even a recent iMac. It's an old iMac 2015. Look,
it's still an iMac. It's still an iMac. It's still an iMac.
There are normal Windows that are more expensive than this. The truth is that for you to be able to make good content, for you to be able to maybe blow up on YouTube, for you to be able to get everything, you don't even need all the fancy stuff. I use the iMac 2015. I use my normal stuff, and it's just about you learning, improving yourself. Everything can be done using the cheap stuff. Like myself, like iMovie that I use. If I was using even a Windows laptop, I would still use a free software and just learn how to use that free software, improve the editing and more. So I think that's just about it, bro.
I love that.
It's not about the fancy equipment. Thank you so much for the question, Hank. Thank you so much for the question, Hank. Grateful for that.
Yeah, Lesson World from your channel says, hey, hosts and everyone watching from the UK, here to learn.
Hey, Lesson World. Welcome on board. You're very welcome. I was having a chat with her the other day, and she felt like giving up. She really felt like giving up because, we have been here together. Like the time when I met you, I also met her around the same time, and creating content is really not easy, but then she has been staying consistent. But the truth is that just one video can change everything. That's my message to Lesson World. It's just about keeping on and just keep improving. That's just it.
Absolutely. Sorry, we had a nice commercial break. We had to laugh. I like making fun of iMac people, including David Hunt. David Hunt, who is on the chat there. David Hunt is my channel member, and then he's always using this fancy gear on his live streams. He has like 3 cameras when he's doing live streams. He has a software that can even like call your name out when he's busy playing the piano. And then when I asked him on his live stream one day, David, how can I use that thing for my live stream? He's like, Goga, this is called eCam. It operates on an iMac platform. I was like, leave me alone, iMac people. I'm not going to I'm an Android. I was like, this is not going to work with my Android device. And then he came and said he has an Android. And then I asked him, what Android phone are you using? He quoted one of these Samsung that is like, this Samsung that you can buy a piece of land here in Africa with. And I'm like, he calls that an Android. I was like, this one, I'm not going to compete with this guy and his gear. Let me just watch from a distance, hoping that one of my channel members will donate David's entire gear.
While watching so many different channels, I think sometimes, of course, the equipment matters as we are growing, but sometimes to blow up on YouTube, to get the views and get everything, equipment is just, the level of the equipment is just optional, I think. I've seen people blow up so much and get to 20K, 30K with just a small Android phone. So everything is possible for real.
Okay, you have Rebecca Le Prince who says, let me just highlight it for you. Correct. It's all about how to use instead of what to use. And then Fabulous Aunt, my channel member all the way watching from Sweden, says, I had all fancy stuff and I did blow until today. I'm still struggling with fancy stuff. It is how just what she said. Rebecca just said up there what Willen said. It is how to use these things. It is how to use these things. Yes, you see, David is showing off his Samsung S22. That one of those fancy phones that I can't even.
S22 Ultra. That's really that's a high class mobile phone.
See, and then he says, Goga, I have an Android phone. I'm like, I'm poor people like you. I'm like, you can't say you're poor people and you have an S22 Ultra. We are not the same. I'm just like, that's on a light note. David, I hope you've been answered. Sometimes you normally go off the script here sometimes. I will ask. I'm kind of done with my questions, guys. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Ask Willen.
Any questions, feel free, and we can.
You can ask Willen. Willen, I told you these people will keep you here longer than necessary. It is not me. So
we planned for an hour, right? And now here we are getting to 2 hours. But it's fun. It's interesting. I love it so much.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the next thing I'm going to ask is this is very sensitive as a question. So I know you said you're working on the YouTube partner program, and Song Beats with Laura. Laura, you still here? Song Beats with Laura, who is also my channel member, just asked. You are based in China, and China doesn't have YouTube access. It kind of doesn't allow YouTube access.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So how do you think you're going to? So how did you like navigate it? Like your channel definitely is not registered in China for sure. So how do you like operate on an American platform that is not allowed in China? Yeah, it's a very sensitive question, but we have to talk about it because
of course, it's important because when I was trying to launch my monetization process, it was really tough because I had to go online and search for options that I could use. I searched on YouTube; it's really limited, but then. And there are many content creators, there are many YouTubers here in China also who have also been monetized, and they're doing a lot. But then, just like in China, there are so many African countries also where you can't really monetize like that. So it's a little bit complicated, and especially getting your PIN, like the process of getting your PIN from the US to your country is really complicated. So I had to do it through my home country. You understand? That's where the home country comes in. Yes, through Cameroon. So I had to do it through Cameroon to link it up and see how to follow the process, and it worked out. So far, so good. You don't do it here in China, you do it in your home country, because after all, from your home country, if you ask an ID card or passport, you can present your passport from your home country. It wouldn't be advisable for you to monetize to try to monetize in a different country, which is not actually your country, because at some point, for example, if you don't receive your PIN, you might just need your ID card or your passport to be able to confirm your monetization and stuff like that. So that's it.
All right. Good. Well answered. So the young the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program.
Yeah.
One of the things with the YouTube Partner Program is that you're able to see something in your studio, numbers going up every day, including revenue. What were initial reactions? Yeah, what were initial reactions and thoughts when you found out making money on the platform? And do you think this has impacted your content creation approach? Because we were here on Sunday I was here on Sunday with my brother from the States, Johnny and Mitch, and we were discussing whether monetization altered how we make our content. Because some of us, I think, when we got monetized, we forgot that we are supposed to be enjoying making content, and we now started working towards revenue rather than content for the audience. And somewhere along the line, we don't get views, and then we end up being discouraged that, this algorithm is not working, I've been shadow banned on YouTube. We start coming up with all sorts of excuses. Yet we are not like listening to the viewer who wants to watch this content. We are working for the revenue and the algorithm to give us money. So we get discouraged that we are not meeting the threshold and things like that. Do you think the YouTube Partner Program has in any way changed how you approach content creation?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Goga. That's a very good question, because that's a phase that everyone goes through at some point of their content creation life. So for me personally, what I believe is that in life, my psychology, my idea in life is that if I am hustling or working hard in life, I am not working to get money. That's not the main aim. I am working to get the freedom that comes with making money.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. You are really dropping like lines here. Like, say that again. Just say that again.
I was just saying that, of course, I'm hustling, and YouTube is not just my sole hustle in life. I also do the business, but then my aim is not just to hustle and focus on money, but on the freedom that comes with getting that money. I'm looking at the freedom. What can money bring? Can it give happiness to my family, my wife, my kids, my friends around me? So it's not about looking at the money itself. It's about looking at being able to give yourself a happy life, give your family what they need. And I think that if you can handle the most basic things, and you will be free. So I believe that that's the motivation we all need, not just focusing alone on the money aspect or this. Of course, when the money tap appeared, and like when it appears and everything is showing and the money keeps going up slowly but surely, you feel happy, you feel motivated, but then that money could still be lost within a second. You need to keep going and get to a point where you are free.
Absolutely.
Freedom is what is most important. Freedom is what is most important, because people still get the money, and the only thing that is all about the money, and you keep on digging and digging and digging and digging, and you never get free. And at the end of the day, we find ourselves 6 feet under. So I don't want a situation where if I get old and gray and frail, and I leave this world, my spirit will be standing by my deathbed, wishing, oh, I should have been more free. I should have lived life this way. No, I don't want to have any regrets. I just try my best to just focus on that. Of course, the money is important, but then you need to think about the freedom that comes with the money. That freedom should motivate you. It should be a motivation. It should be a motivating factor for you to keep on doing what you love, even if sometimes, because one other aspect that many people fail to know is that sometimes you shouldn't only do what you love. Sometimes you need to do what you hate to get what you want. At some point, you'll be able to mix what you love with what you hate and make it easy. Or you can even outsource. At some point, you can even outsource what you hate to someone else when you get money. So when you're starting out, sometimes you do what you love, do what you hate. That's the reason why when I listen to the idea about following your passion, of course, follow your passion, but sometimes don't just follow your passion. Sometimes your passion might not be growing fast or growing well. So if you are following your passion, sometimes go out of your comfort zone, do things differently, see what works, see what doesn't work, put it together, and just grow. At some point, you'll be able to outsource what you don't like. Yeah.
I love what you said, guys. Like,
for real.
Work for the freedom that making money brings, not the money itself. Like, I mean, it's just like, so why are some of you slaving here on YT trying to look for threshold when that is now not even freedom, that is slavery, because you're busy like running, trying to get like, so I think I like that. That's very profound.
But we need to stay motivated though. We need to stay motivated throughout the whole process.
Everybody on the chat is just like Robertina Mbula is just like, word, and everybody just like, amen, like, geez, preach. you hit like some nerve there. You should have come for the Sunday service, guys. Like, this needs to be like a Sunday service, like a church service. You have a question from Marlon. Marlon is asking you, how do you feel about a person that says YouTube is a job but does not present themselves like they are going to work?
That's one aspect that holds most of us down. And one thing about YouTube that I've realized, because I've been learning on the go and I've tried to improve myself. Of course, I'm still learning. There's still so much I have to learn. But so far, throughout my process, if you go check out some of my videos from the very beginning, I tried to do it as professionally as I could with what I had learned so far at that point. So when you talk about creating content on YouTube, you need to act like you are already big. You need to act like it's your job, like it's something that make it professional. When we say professional, it doesn't mean that you will put on a suit and a tie and just stand there and be just so straight. Have fun, enjoy it, of course. But then for you to be able to get to that point, what you need is to make sure that you are enjoying what you are doing, and of course, treating it like a job. Because you imagine this, you could still use, maybe if you are not putting in so much effort, or you're not treating your YouTube channel like a job, or you're not putting in the effort or learning, because if you are trying to do a job, you need to be learning on the go, keep on learning every day and improving yourself. If you are not putting all of this stuff together, and at some point you realize that 2 years or 3 years down the road, you are still maybe you haven't gone far. You feel demoralized. You feel like, okay, I've been putting in this work for all this time and nothing is changing. But the truth is that you need to reset your mind. Sometimes if you are doing one thing, the same thing over and over, and it's not working out, try to switch, try to do other things to see what works. And if you see what works, when we say try to switch to do other things, it doesn't mean that you should just leave your niche completely or try to do something completely different from your niche. Every niche has different sub niches that you can try out. And sometimes there's ways that you can merge two things together. For example, look at Wademaya, for example. When we look at Wademaya or even Tayo Anna, when you look at them, for example, if you look at the content from the beginning when they started their YouTube channel and now, there's a huge difference, right? If you go watch Wademaya's earlier videos, you watch Tayo Anna's earlier videos, and you watch the videos now, you realize there's something. Now, most of the time, people say that the money niche is the most profitable, talking about finance and stuff. Of course, it's profitable, but then if you put in, there's a way to merge these two. If you're in the lifestyle or you're in the travel niche, like what Maya is doing, like someone came from the UK and he opened a $1 million farm in Kenya, or someone came from the US and he started a poultry farm, $500,000 poultry farm in his village in Zimbabwe, or all that. So when you look at all of this, it's just about improving and treating it like a job, just like she said. So I think that's something that's very important, and that helps us to improve ourselves and make the most out of what we are doing. There are so many people who are really making YouTube as their full-time job and they're doing it well. You just need to be strategic. It's not about doing everything or touching everywhere. It's about knowing where you're heading to, learning a lot, watching as many videos as possible, and improving yourself.
Learning, researching, and improving yourself. I like what you're talking about, because that takes me to the next question. Like, moving away from getting monetized.
Yeah.
As a content creator, one of the things is maintaining consistency, and a lot of these big YouTubers, Mr. Beast and the rest, because vidIQ, when you sit with these guys and listen to them, they say you have to be very consistent in your content, because that is what one day will actually make the algorithm favor your channel. How do you manage to consistently produce content while managing other aspects of your life, especially you're living in a foreign country? And I want you to answer this question from the lens of your videos. Willen, your videos are not raw videos. You actually take time to edit your videos. Like, you edit them very professionally. How much time do you spend just on editing? Because that also will give us an idea of your consistency. And how often do you post videos? Do you have like a video schedule? What is the life cycle in Willen's head when he's making content?
All right. So my idea, well, with regards to my schedule, when I started, I've tried many things before, like uploading once a week and uploading twice a week. And I tried sometime uploading 3 times a week. But I finally realized that twice a week cuts it for me at this point. Because sometimes when you are creating content, you need to look at your own personal life. You need to make sure that you can have time for your own family, time for your own personal, that's your own personal time to refresh your mind. So normally I upload 2 times a week. That's on Tuesdays and Fridays. Of course, you can switch depending on situations which I can't control. You can switch to Wednesdays or you can switch to Saturdays. But I think that's twice a week. I think the space is reasonable. And talking about the editing, what I do is that sometimes I begin shooting my Tuesday video on maybe Saturday or Sunday. And if I'm late, Monday, depending on my schedule for that time. And for my Friday videos, I try to shoot probably on Wednesday or Thursday. Now, it depends also on my schedule with my family and the rest. And sometimes I do shoot 2 videos in a day. That's very tiring, but sometimes I have to. Like if I go to a location and it's not so far away, I can leave from here and go to another side and upload it later on, like along the line. And now concerning the editing part, like you said, it looks like professional editing and it's really top notch. Of course, it's still not perfect, but I'm struggling to improve on my skills of editing. I'm struggling to improve I'm struggling to see what I can improve concerning the editing. And editing takes me sometimes about, at the beginning, sometimes I used to spend even up to 12 hours editing. At the beginning. Really?
Yeah.
When I started when I was learning about editing stuff like this, sometimes you have to, but with time, right now, sometimes I can take about 7 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours just for editing alone.
Yeah.
Just for editing. And sometimes I can still edit for about 12 hours within 2 days. Like I can edit for 6 hours today and 6 hours tomorrow. And that's because sometimes I can make a 20 minutes video, a 25 minutes video, and I need to make sure that every single scene is good for the viewer, because retention is very important. Retaining your viewer, the click-through rate, and of course the click-through rate, the title are very important, but retaining your viewer helps YouTube to be able to push your video forward. So the editing aspect, because when you begin to learn about that editing and you watch other pro editors on YouTube, like there's so many of them. There's so many of them actually.
Yeah.
And you realize that there's so many things you can add. And sometimes when I even go to sleep at night and there's an idea that might come to my mind, and I write it down that I can add to the video. Like I can remember that, when I'm watching this video, or if I'm watching a video on YouTube, for example, if I'm watching a video on YouTube of a top creator, I can see an editing aspect that is amazing. I'll be astonished with that. So what I do is that I go on YouTube, I search, how can that be done? For example, how to edit my video like Alex Homozy. How to edit my video like Think Media. You'll see videos on that. That's the amazing aspect about YouTube. Everything is here on YouTube. So I go there, I ask how to edit like this, or how do I make this aspect? How do I get this particular sound effect? I go search and go, I see the free options, and I get the sound effects and I add them to what I want to add. If there are some transitions that I need to get, I go on YouTube and I ask, or I go to Google and I ask. So it's all about doing research, improving yourself, and then now I bring all of them to the editing that I want to do. And I take my time. Of course, I first of all put all of them down and I go one step. It's like a process. I go over about 4 or 5 times sometimes. The first time I will just put it down and see how I can cut and remove all the silent parts, the parts I'm not talking, the parts that would, any boring part. If you have watched my videos, you realize sometimes I try to make some parts fast.
Yes,
I try to make it fast.
I've seen that.
Yes, we need to understand this. Recently, with the rise of TikTok worldwide, the viewers' minds have changed. They really, people's attention span have really become short, really, really short. People don't have time to watch. If your video is too long, sometimes people don't have time to just watch video, and you are just doing it slowly, and they are just watching and watching. You need to sometimes make them feel like it's really fast. That's why sometimes you might watch a video, and before you know it, it's already finished. Or you might watch another video and you are still watching. It feels really lengthy. That's because there are some aspects where you can make it fast, make it go faster. And of course, they just need the main idea of what is happening in that area. So in some silent places, you need to cut that out and try to save time. And of course, that's just how I try my best to do the editing, to try to keep the retention. It's not easy. I'm still learning. I still haven't succeeded, but I'm still struggling.
You talked about scripting as well, like because I know so guys, if you don't know, Will and I have been having a conversation just to set up this live stream, and one of the I was telling my person today, like I have a live stream, and and I like what you said about family, and I had my people know that Wednesday is my time for live stream. So I remember when I was telling my people that Willen is the most dramatic guest I've ever hosted, because he has solved the professional questions. Like, Goga, can we have like a can we have like a 15-minute interview so that you walk me through what we are going to go through? What let me check the thumbnail. Okay, let's, like, we've done a lot of background work before we came on the live stream. So I was telling my person that I feel like I've done the live stream with Willen even before I show up on the actual live stream, because he's he's so professional. He's so professional. Like, he's asking you about us, what is the script? How are we going to do this? And you can tell that is a creator's mind. He made me, like, you've made me approach doing a live interview in a very new angle. Like, I was like, sometimes I just show up like I'm like, oh, Robertina Mbula is here, Island Sisters is here, Nana Food is how you doing. They come on the panel, we just start talking. But you made me I had to step up, guys. Like, I had to be so professional on this interview today, because
you were professional. You taught me a lot. When I ask you, you taught me a lot. There's so much that I've learned from you so far, just doing a live stream like this, because I'm not really familiar with it, and so much. So I think it was a two-way something. I really learned a lot.
No, but I like that, and that's why I'm saying that he's the most dramatic guest I've ever hosted. Like, Goga, can we have a whatever? You should see our Instagram messages. Like, it's a whole thread of messages. Like, it's wild. Like, and then we had to. I had to come on the live stream 15 minutes before time. In fact, we had to extend it to 20 minutes so that he sets everything up. He's like, Goga, are we ready? Is my camera right? And you could see his studio has to be perfect. And I'm like, okay. You'll think it's a CNN production right there in that studio.
I think that these videos will stay for a very long time on this platform. So I think that it's about putting in the effort.
But I appreciate it. I loved that process. It made me like I really enjoyed it, because I was like, damn, it makes me feel like I'm actually enjoying doing this. Like, it was very professional and nice. So you talked about scripts, and do you plan where you're going to shoot your videos in advance? Is there like a particular script you follow? Because they clearly don't look random. I was watching this video where you went to this fancy restaurant, which is like a plane, an old aeroplane that has been repurposed into a restaurant. Do you plan beforehand so that I'm going to go to this part, or you just like, oh, you and your wife are like just walking on the street, and then you're like, oh my, like yesterday I was just walking, coming from work. I'm in the coast, so we are working at this hotel, and then I come out of the hotel and I notice I'm walking on the beach, and I'm like, oh, I can do a live stream.
Yeah, I saw the beach live. Yeah.
So you see me, I'm very random like that, but you are like, you plan. What is the logic behind? What is the logic behind scripting? And because I think it's a very new concept for some of us.
Yes. So concerning script, concerning the videos, of course, the majority of my videos I have to plan in advance. Like, if I have to go, so there are a few that I just like. I might find myself at the location randomly, and I just do it. There's some few, for example, sometimes I take a nap and I wake up in the evening, and I say, okay, let me go out to the streets. Let me go to the streets, to the night market, and just stroll. I'll just pick up my camera and just go. There are times when there's some videos like that. For example, the video where I shot of the street business vendor, the lady that sells something called Shari Shawangza. There's the octopus balls video where the lady sells those things, and I had to try it out. That one was just a random video. I went out to just have fun, but I got my GoPro and I went with it. And even the video where I spoke some Chinese with some people on the streets in front of one mall, where I supported some small businesses, where I had to buy some stuff, where I had to buy some balloons, some cake. That one was just random because I just picked up my camera one evening and I just went out. But there are some that I have to do research. For example, you mentioned the plane video. For that video, my wife suggested that video to me because she did research before me and she knew about it. And then there are other videos like the mall that takes you to Mars.
Yes, I saw that.
Ideas can come from everywhere. While I'm watching videos here on YouTube, I can see something amazing. It could have been done by someone before, but your own way, doing it your own style and your own way will make it different. So even if someone has done something before, it doesn't stop you from doing it. You can do it in your own way and make it yours. You can own what you are doing in that particular time. So for that scripting aspect, what I do is that sometimes I have to figure out my title and my thumbnail beforehand.
Yes.
Sometimes I have to, like, even if I have to use a thumbnail at the scene or do a thumbnail at the scene, sometimes I visualize the kind of idea of the thumbnail. For example, if you watch the subway video that I did in Shenzhen, China, the subway video that has the internal ceiling, like really fancy.
Yeah.
I already visualized the way that I wanted that thumbnail to look. So when I got there, while I was filming, I actually saw that and I had to shoot some thumbnail like that. And one advice that I'll give you guys is that always, if you want to do a thumbnail, do like 10, 15, 20 and pick the best. Sometimes the one that you might think will be the best might not be the one that you use. And sometimes I also switch my thumbnails within, like, after I've uploaded a video, I switch. So I have to script before. Sometimes in some videos, like, I decide the ideas, what I need to do, what I need to. It's not really like a full script, like I'm shooting a talking head video. No, not like that. I just say I have to go here, see this, talk about this, talk about that, so that if I forget something, I can just see the iPhone on my phone and I'm good to go. That's why if you check in my
actually want
if
to
you check
share
my notepad, if you check my notepad, Goga, you will see it's got hundreds of different titles. Sometimes I don't even plan on making a video immediately, but what I do is that I just have to jot it down and put in the title in advance so that when the time comes, I'll be able to just do it easily. So that's what I try to do most of the time. So scripting for some videos is really important, especially when you're going out, because sometimes in the wake of when things are really crazy, everything's happening and you're trying to do it fast, or this, like now, this is summer, it's really hot outside. Going out is really hot. So you don't want to go stand in the sun and it's kind of hot. You might get slightly confused. But if you have a few points jotted down, like if you know that you have to go to this place, go to that place. But when it comes to meeting people, that's completely different. Interacting with people, you just have to let it flow, have fun. And it's easier here because most of the Chinese people I usually meet, they're really friendly and welcoming. They want to know about me and I want to know about them, and we just have fun together.
I'm just sharing your channel. I'm just sharing your channel for people to see your thumbnails and what they look like. How much time do you spend making thumbnails, Willen? Because first of all, where am I going to get a Ferrari and do this? Like, you see what you are doing here? Where
yes.
where am I going to get an Eiffel Tower and do this? Like, and I like the reverse psychology you're even using on the titles. And there's something about your titles. Look at this, the font, the color. How much time do you spend making a thumbnail? I feel like you even take more making a thumbnail than a video.
When it comes to thumbnails, it takes a lot of time. And the reason why I can now make thumbnails to this extent is because I watched other videos of top creators. Like I said, you guys can watch also, where they give some tips about creating thumbnails. So for the coloring, of course, when you talk about thumbnail, you don't need to. I learned that you don't need to put a lot of writings in the thumbnail if it's not necessary. Like, if your thumbnail, the fewer the better, you can merge it down to make it with as fewer words as possible. And I've watched videos here on YouTube where the thumbnails even have no writings on them, just plain thumbnail, and they do very well. And for the titles, I also learned recently, because I was trying to learn on the go, like from when I started right up until now. I learned that if you are trying to put a video out there, your title and the thumbnail, the writings on them both, you can put something on the thumbnail that matches the title. It doesn't need to be the same. You can't carry a title and put it on the thumbnail. You understand?
Wow.
Like, if you are putting a title, like, for example, if you are putting a title, for example, if you are putting your title, like, for example, you are putting my interview with Willen or my interview with Goga on the thumbnail, you can just put like crazy China experience or the cool sides of YouTube. Because your thumbnail and your title are your ways to give out as much information as possible, but making them want to know more, giving like a highlight of what is going to be in the whole video, but then not selling out everything. Not selling out everything, but you shouldn't have the same title writing on your thumbnail. It should be complementary, as I can say. So if you are saying that my interview with Goga or my interview with Willen, you can put crazy China experience or the insights about going on YouTube or his crazy experience.
My brother Tati is also talking about your face. There's something about your face in this. Does it like do a because you like look like you are shocked or crazy? I don't know. There's some, like, can I go and make funny faces and then use them as thumbnails? And then there's something about you won't believe like what I saw at China's, like, and then you make a shocking face. Does that like also work?
When someone, because the truth is that when you are scrolling up through the YouTube tab or the YouTube homepage, there are hundreds or thousands of other videos, right?
Yeah.
And everyone is making a thumbnail. Everyone has made an amazing thumbnail. Now, what will make someone to click on your video first? Now,
sense.
if they are scrolling and they see an interesting title and maybe some short write-up on the thumbnail, and they see you like, oh, they'll say, why is this guy so shocked about this? You understand? And sometimes the eye contact also, although it's not really that important, but in some cases I can, depending on the video title and the video point or the video discussion, sometimes I can use I don't even need to put my face. Just put what you want, to not make it too crowded. Just put, like the video I made recently concerning the facts about China, and freedom, and the freedom video. Sometimes you just need to make them visualize what you are trying to show. You understand? What you are trying to show in the video, but make them want to click. What's the reason why they want to click? Is there something, for example, look at my recent video. Although the recent video is not really doing as good as the others, the Eiffel Tower video. If you look at that thumbnail in the Eiffel Tower video, that's the Eiffel Tower, right?
Yes. And then you say
okay, so if you are scrolling through the YouTube homepage and you see the Eiffel Tower, you see, oh, that's the Eiffel Tower, and you want to go deeper, you see, it's not Paris, so where is it?
That's true.
What other country, what other city can have the Eiffel Tower? Then in my title, yesterday was different, so I had to change along the line because of the click-through rate and stuff. So you see, as China built this too, so China is building so many things. So when I say China built this too, and you see the Eiffel Tower, I say, really? Let me see. Let me really see if it's similar to that of the one in Paris. So I think that's just about it.
And this is important, guys, because your thumbnails are actually what some of you are always asking me, what are impressions? Your thumbnail is actually that thing, the impression that how many times have people seen
impression click-through rate
video on? So the thumbnail is actually the window to your impression click-through rate, because if people see this kind of thumbnails on Will's channel, you're like, why is this person having like handcuffs? And then you click on it. Yeah, why is this saying that this is not Paris? And then you end up clicking on it to find out whether it's true.
Exactly.
And YouTube will always show you like how much views you got because of your impressions. Yeah. People saw the thumbnail and that's why they came and watched that video. So
facts.
That's
true.
Yeah,
that's true. And I believe that the thumbnails, the title also works with your first 5 or first 10 seconds of your video, because recently YouTube upgraded in the way that when you put your mouse, your cursor on any video thumbnail, it starts playing automatically.
Let me just show that because it's actually doing that right now. So guys, I'm on Williams, the whole the co-host channel. So you see when I go to this Ferrari, I need to watch this Ferrari video because it's just tempting me to click. See, it starts playing. Like, see, it's playing pretty much. So
yeah, you want to when you see the first you see those aspects, you want to.
You want to click on it, and then that gives him is like it's the impression, and then the YouTube analytics will say that this video got a lot of impressions because people like the thumbnail that get. So you have to be very crazy on your and I think a lot of people who have come on this live stream have told us a lot about thumbnails. Like, we are told you need to spend time to make thumbnails. Don't go and cut it out of your video. Don't
so much time
out of your video.
And the good thing about thumbnails is that you can always switch the thumbnail titles. You can always switch. You can always change them. So if one is not working, try to change it to something better. Maybe you can watch another video. You see a good idea, you just switch and you try to put something different. Yeah.
Yes, and just based on what Will is saying, and when you change your thumbnails, it can also like we've been told here before. If you change your thumbnails even on your old videos, you are breathing life back into that video. Because
exactly
you're breathing life back into that video, and I'm sure Willen has been changing some thumbnails of his old videos now that
of course
just to breathe life back
there's some that I change. Sometimes I can go back and change a few and to spice it up. That's how we keep learning and improving, of course.
And then I like that. Kisha, thank you so much. Kisha is reminding us, as long as the shocking thumbnail is not clickbait. Yes, exactly. If you make it clickbaity, people are going to report you, and when people report you, YouTube will flag that video. So you don't want to mislead.
It's not even about people reporting you. It's not even about people reporting you, because if you make a clickbait video and people get in and they click off, it kills your channel. It kills even your
yes, that's
because you don't watch right far. So if you have all titles, can definitely go with some amazing, fancy thumbnail. No matter how you think about it, you might want to make a day in your life at home, and the way you make the thumbnail make people click, and it's still the day in your life at home, and people will know that they're clicking to watch a day in your life at home. So just make it fancy, just make it exciting, intriguing, to attract them towards what you have to offer.
So Lesson is saying Lesson has to leave Willen, so Lesson is on your channel. So guys, we are
thank you so much.
We are on Willen's channel, so I have to attend to his people, and I have to attend to my people. So thank you so much, Lesson World. That was a very good lesson. One of the things when we were setting up the live stream with Willen, I had to send him the thumbnail for him to just weigh in, and he told me, Goga, that's too much. Those are so many words on the thumbnail. Let's reduce it, make it like this, shorter, emphasize this more. And I liked that creative process because I was like, yep, it's important to see what you are
exactly.
How to work on the thumbnail. Make your day special. Nice to see you. How is Pakistan? Let's see. I think I'm done pretty much. This host will start yawning here, and then he'll be like, Goga, why did you keep the guest longer than necessary? Let's see. I think you've answered this one.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything?
You've answered the challenge. I told you are very good in answering, so you've answered this one. My second, probably my third last question is collaboration.
Yeah.
Collaboration is one of the things that has been considered very powerful. Have you collaborated with other content creators? Let's say it could even be in China. But I know I've seen another video. And how do you think your collaboration with other content creators and channels helps grow your audience? And how do they contribute to your channel's growth?
Of course, like if you check my channel, there's a collaboration I did with Vishnu, the Wandering Maniac. I think he's an Indian YouTuber. I think now he's at 600k subs. So I didn't actually know that he would accept to meet up with me, because he was in China on a tour. He came from India, and like an Indian in China, he was actually doing a tour around through various cities here in China. And I actually emailed him. I contacted him. He He said, why not? No problem. Let's link up. So we linked up in Guangzhou. It was just a casual chat, and I asked my experiences here because, sometimes people ask so many questions and they just don't want to hear it from you alone. They want to hear from other people's perspective too. So I was really happy when he gave me that chance to link up with him. And I got there, I asked his views here in China, his experiences. And I think that video now has about a little over 30K views. Yeah, that video now has about over 30K views. And it was really, really rich the conversation was really rich. And I myself, I learned a lot. And the whole audience. And I also got an Indian audience that came around because of him. And they were really supportive. And because they wanted to also understand how it feels to be an Indian in China, experiencing China as an Indian. So I think collaborating with other creators, big or small, doesn't matter, but collaborating with other creators is really helpful for us all, because collaborations helps. No matter how big you are, it definitely helps. Linking up, like doing live streams like this and just meeting creators. If you can easily meet them, you guys talk like on a podcast, something like that, and that's it. It's good.
This is a collaboration, by the way, because he's created time. He's been hanging out with me here for 2 hours, and it's very late at night in China.
It doesn't even feel like 2 hours. It feels like 30 minutes.
So I know it feels like 30 minutes because I told you and I are just amazing. So collaborations are very important, and I always tell people who come on the live streams that if you can collaborate, and make sure the collaboration is very intentional. Don't collaborate just for the sake of it. Fabulous Aunt, I don't know, Fabulous Aunt, I think, is down on the chat. When Fabulous Aunt came to Kenya, Imelda, these are my Too Much channel members, they visited Kenya and we had to meet and actually have a coffee, and we did the live stream together. And it was so nice just by sitting with these people, them exchanging their life story. It really did amazing, even on my channel, because they get my community, I get their community, and it's just like I get their audience and I capture these other people, and it has a ripple effect on your channel. So it ends up helping your channel. So always be very intentional when it comes to collaborations. They're very important. Ike just came from Jamaica. Ike has been doing an amazing collaboration with the Jamaicans, and he's made amazing content when he was in Jamaica. So you can already see how his channel has a lot of so he has a great Jamaican community supporting his channel just because of his collaboration. So they are very important. And if you can get another YouTuber, collaborate with them and let them share insights.
Very helpful.
And for me, collaboration, very helpful. It will help your channel and you will learn something new from that.
Of course.
I'm done. Don't worry, Willen. This is a question I was asking you earlier about how was the support from your audience, your family, in this case your wife, probably your daughter, and the YouTube community impacted your experience, not only just as a Black man living in China, but also as a content creator. Because one of the things we have to deal with is our spouses. In the name of making, if your wife is not carrying your camera when you're shooting videos, or your husband is not like, you're at a restaurant and then your husband is like, hold for me this camera, I need to do a video. Wait, let me adjust my shot. No, wait, don't start shooting yet. One of the and I'm going, I don't know, my wives or my people may be hearing this now. I'm putting myself on the spot. One of the problems I have with my better half is like thumbnails. When I'm making thumbnails, geez, like I've not even started posing. 10 pictures taken. I'm like, I need, because they just don't. I'm like, where are we rushing to? So, how was your? So when we don't drag our families into content creation because they become our production team.
At this point, our families have become our production team, especially as we are still not very huge or top grade. For example, my wife, for example, she's very supportive. I call her my PA. I call her like my PA, and because most times, most of the ideas that I get, I sometimes run it through her, just like someone in an audience.
Yes.
Like if I have an idea, if I have like maybe 3 or 4 titles, I can show her like these 4. Which one do you think? Which one do you like? Which one do you prefer? So she will look and tell me, I think I like this second one. So I'll just highlight the second one and put it. Then I'll just put all the rest far below, and I'll just look at that one, analyze it. If there's something I can add right there, I add and answer that. Is it good like this? If she says yes, then we can go with it. If she says no, the thing I've added is not really good, so you need to change it. So I try to change it. And even the thumbnails, sometimes I don't only make one thumbnail, I can make 2 or 3 thumbnails. And I'll show her all the 2 or 3 thumbnails. Which one do you think is best? And she will look and say, I like this one. This one is nice. This one is catchy. So that's how she really helps. Like, just apart from helping me to shoot, to hold the camera most times when we go somewhere. And then, having a supportive partner when you are creating content is really important, because it helps lift off some of the stress that you go through when you're creating content. Like, and of course, let's talk about the food aspect. She fits me very well. So sometimes she contributes hugely to the success of this channel, because like when I'm far away, and like if I travel to another city and I go to shoot content, in my mind I know that as I'm going back home, there's a nice meal waiting for me. I don't have to come back and do everything from scratch myself. When I come back, and just that warm welcome at home, having the home feeling is really good. So I think family has been supportive. Yeah, that's my wife. And for daughter is still young. She doesn't know what daddy is doing, but it is what it is. But family support is really important. Your partner, if you have old enough kids or children, it's really important for your family to support your work. Because at the end of the day, if everything goes well and you guys get the freedom, they'll even enjoy it more than you. You are working for them. We are all working for,
so everyone wins. Yes. Everyone wins.
Exactly. Everyone wins. So when your partner understands that, it is very important for your content creation success, because you wouldn't want to go out, have a stressful day shooting content, come back home to a stressful home, and your partner is giving you a headache and telling you, oh, you can't do this. So if your partner gives you a serene environment, talks to you, and she's supportive, or he is supportive to you, I think that can help you go further faster. My partner has been really supportive to me, and for that I'm really grateful. And so far, so it's huge part of my success. I think that's really something that
I love.
I'm grateful for.
I love. I was watching one of your first videos. I think it was your second video you ever did on YouTube, when you and your wife, I think, were going out for dinner, and it was raining or something. And then you walk into this Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
You order, and I think there was margarita and there was mojitos or something. And then then I think she was very quiet, just on her phone, letting you do your thing. Then I think at the end of the dinner, hey for Sky, at the end of the dinner, she was very quiet the entire time. She didn't even interfere with you doing your video.
Yes.
But when you are just ending I think you're ending the shooting. When you're just ending the shooting, thank you so much. If you've gotten to this far, your wife took over the channel and said, please click subscribe. And I was like, this woman has been very quiet all of us. She just took over and we stopped talking.
Yeah,
I love that.
Like for example, let me tell you. She's very supportive. Like for example, when we went to Shenzhen to shoot the video which blew up, to shoot the electronics market video, the Shenzhen Black Man in Shenzhen video, the subway video, we all went together. And after, because we used to go out, because it's summer and it's really hot, it's very, very, very hot. So going out during the summer, it's so stressful. So when we came back, we actually fell sick. We all fell sick. Not just me, not just her. We both fell sick. So we had to get some medication for ourselves, support ourselves, and we were back up and running. So imagine I went alone. Maybe I would have fainted at some point. So having a supportive partner is very, very is really, really important.
Very real. I like having my your the partner around because it just makes like shooting videos like so fast. Like you don't waste a lot of time. Please check for me that the camera. Am I like on the frame? Like it just makes life easier, to be honest.
Exactly, that's true. That's true.
But as it stands, if you're a lady, if you're a man, if you're whatever it is, your spouse becomes you are by default your production team. They have to like hold the camera. They have to they have to just bear with you because when we become famous, when we blow up and we become Mr. Beast and we have to go shoot videos in Mount Everest, they'll have stopped. They'll even stop working because there'll be now a full production team. You know,
exactly.
Manager, they'll be getting your millions, and probably they'll be enjoying them more than you. We are manifesting that.
Exactly. That's just it. That's just it for real. Yeah.
Willen, what are the future goals you have for this channel? I know it started off as a business it's a business and lifestyle channel, but I know you focus a lot on the business. The lifestyle beats seem to have like really blew up the channel. What do you see as the future goals of this channel? How do you plan to continue engaging and growing your audience? Because I was checking your statistics on Social Blade.
Yeah.
You're projected to get 100,000 subscribers in about 12 months if you keep doing what you're doing. You're going to get your silver button. You're getting your silver button next year if you don't stop making content.
That's the hope. That's the hope.
Yeah. So how do you plan to? What is the plan for the channel, and what are you planning to like make a shift again, or you're going to just experiment and what is the plan? What is the future of the channel?
Well, for now, seeing that, because sometimes it's about giving your subscribers what they came for. If people came to your channel for a particular aspect, of course, I would not just focus on one particular aspect. I would try to be diversified, making fun content, of course, and making content that will help not just me, but the world in general, because I've realized that there's so many people who are lacking in some knowledge about other places. So my plan is that as I'm moving forward, I would try. Of course, right now I will be mainly focused on these experiences. Like, for example, I'm planning a trip. Hopefully it works out. If it works out, I will go more into the interior in China and experience more about China and just meet new people, show the interaction, trying to bridge that gap at this point. But then I will still bring in the business aspects, because sometimes, here in China, it's a huge business community, and I plan to add an aspect of business, like Chinese business ideologies, and there's so much about China, about the Chinese culture when linked to money, when linked to business, when linked to growing personally, growing individually, productivity, the Chinese way, and all that kind of stuff. So I plan to bring more of that in while maintaining what has brought most of the subscribers to this channel. So that is the aim so far. And I'm hoping, in the near future, hopefully I can start doing more interviews with other people, like foreigners here in China also, and as time goes on, because it's that here in China, China is a very big country. It's so huge. So sometimes linking up with people left and right is really a Herculean task. But I hope that I'll be able to link up with people and ask their own views. And that's just how I hope that I can keep on going and keep on growing. Like you said, collaborating with more people and improving as it is.
I know, and I think that's really for sure, guys. I'm kind of done with my questions. So if there's any particular question you want to ask Will before we let him go, let me know. My final take will be looking back, and I always ask every guest this question. Looking back at what you've done so far in your channel, what is that one advice you'll give someone who is just starting out on YouTube and wants to achieve a similar level of success? Just one, when you look back, when you look at the things you have done on the channel, the investments you've made, the challenges you've been through, the journey that you just told us for the last 2 hours, what is just that one takeaway that you'll tell a person who is starting out on these whitey streets?
So, that's a very good question, Goga. what I can say is that keep on learning while staying consistent. Keep learning and improving while staying consistent. Don't stay consistent alone. Consistency alone is overrated. It's good. Of course, it's very good to stay consistent. But just consistency alone might not get you there, or it might delay your success. Consistency while learning will get you there faster.
Consistency while
remember, you can only grow when you learn. Consistency while learning. So as you are being consistent, keep learning. Watch 1,000 videos here on YouTube. Not just about growing your channel, but about watch other creators. You can get an idea of how to do the particular part in your own video. So consistency while learning. And when you learn, you realize that as you are learning, you need to do things differently. Yeah.
Consistency while learning. Consistency while
stay consistent while you learn. Stay consistent, but keep learning. Learn so that you can improve as you stay consistent, because you can be consistent and doing the same thing over and over at the same level. You know, even here on YouTube, for example, the graph is never just straight like this. The graph goes up and down and up and down. And you hope that if you want to look like 1 year, from 1 year when you started, the graph should be like this. Of course, when it's a week or 2 weeks, it will be like this. But when you check out about the 1 year, it will show like an upward thrust, right? So it's about learning as you stay consistent. Don't just stay consistent alone. As you stay consistent, keep on learning. Learn from everyone, whether smaller or bigger. Learn from bigger content creators. Learn editing, learn ideas, learn how to make thumbnails, learn how to keep the retention. Because I'm not sure you want to waste your time here for 3, 4, 5 years and not get to a certain level. You will feel disappointed. So for you to get there faster, you need to keep learning as you stay consistent. These two go together.
I think I don't even want to dilute the elegant way he has put it. Consistency while learning, guys. I will add that into the tags. I only had one question because I've kept the host longer here. I don't want to get into trouble here but anyway, the missus is a content creator as well, so I'm not worried. That's the manager probably. This is part of the We Learn Business and Lifestyle engagement and collaboration. So let me ride on that.
Of course. It's an amazing one too. And if you don't mind me asking, I've got one question for you too, Goga.
Wait. You're going to ask me your questions. Let me finish.
Just one. Yes. You finish.
You have a question here from your member, Lesson World. I absolutely feel exhausted doing YouTube. Literally feeling it in my body. Editing is taking me hours upon hours, and I cannot stop because I want to reach the 1,000. I meant 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. What would you advise Lesson World? Because I think this is a reality a lot of people are facing. You are in the same reality just a couple of months ago. Because you are now looking at the What would you say?
Yeah. So in this case, what I can just say is this, like I've already said, consistency, but consistency alone doesn't cut it anymore, because I know Lesson World, she has been consistent. Yeah. She actually does her best to post as regularly as possible. But the truth is that just posting videos upon videos might not cut it for us. For example, it's in a situation where one day you might make one good video, and when people come to your channel, they watch that one good video and they want to go watch the others, they might click off because they might not feel motivated with that. Of course, those videos will still blow up, but then if you have been learning and improving, they will see the improvement and they will most of them will appreciate your journey so far. So my idea in this case, of course, to each their own, but for me personally, I think that for a start, Lesson World, watch many videos here on YouTube. YouTube is the greatest school that we can learn as content creators. This is the greatest school, the greatest place where we can learn from as content creators. So my aim, my hope is that everyone who is struggling to grow, first, you can learn. Watch many videos, because you can't learn by yourself. You need to listen to other people. For example, like I said at the beginning of this live, I watched 2 hours of Mr. Beast interview. I watched Ryan Trahan's interview. I watched someone did a movie of the life of Ryan Trahan. I watched that video. I watched so much of Think Media's videos. I watched so even creators that people don't really know of. And when you start watching those videos, others will start popping up on your channel, on your YouTube homepage. So you'll begin to see different ideas. And right now, the way I look at my YouTube homepage is really different ever since I started YouTube, because when I look at my channel, for example, like now in my phone, if you check in my phone, you'll see there are so many thumbnails that I've screenshotted from other people. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I'm watching, when I'm scrolling through the YouTube homepage and I see a thumbnail that catches my attention, I think, why did this thumbnail catch my attention? What made me love this particular thumbnail? So what I do is that I screenshot that particular thumbnail and I put it in my favorites. I have about maybe over 100 thumbnails that I screenshotted before. And sometimes when I make a thumbnail, I just go through to that archive and I scroll through all of those thumbnails and I see one. I think this video I'm making this time around will match with this kind of thumbnail. I take that thumbnail and I make it in my own way. You don't need to copy exactly what the person has done, but you can get the idea, the color combination.
Yeah.
So the reason why you got attracted to that thumbnail might be the reason why other people will get attracted to your thumbnail. So I think that really, really works out for everyone who is trying to grow. And like I say again, watch those videos. Sometimes I only sleep about 3 hours in the night just watching videos. Just watching videos. See, it's not like you're wasting your time. If you watch those videos, when you sit down to create your content, the ideas will come and you spend less time and do something very amazing with your work. So it's like we have been going to school all these years, right? Like you go to school for 7 years or you go for training for 7. That's why doctors, for example, go to school for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And when they come out, they are practitioners, they can do it very well. So the point is, if you do all of that, and once you get in the field, you'll be able to do something great. So it's a gradual process. Of course, at the beginning, when you start watching those videos, it might be a little bit boring, but you will learn a thing or two in each video that you watch. Trust me. And not just about YouTube growth channels that you need to watch. You can also watch other people in your niche, people doing similar stuff to what you are doing. Like for me, I watch Wodemaya's videos. I watch Tayo Anna's videos. I watch Drew Binsky's videos. These are all travel content creators, and I watch almost all creators here in China. I watch their videos too. I learn. I watch, I learn, I see what I can improve, and I improve myself. So watch those videos, improve, keep going, and just always try something new when you're free or you're able to. And the amazing thing about all of this is that every question you have in your mind, the answer is on YouTube, the answer is on Google. You just need to know how to ask that question. You just need to know how to input that idea into your work. So if you want to know how to secure your retention, ask YouTube, ask Google, go to Reddit. You will see people ask those same questions. People will give ideas. You will learn a thing or two. Just that one or two things. If you keep on watching these things, like if you make it a habit, for me, it's a habit. Sometimes I can spend hours upon hours here watching, even though I go to Instagram sometimes once in a while, but just sitting around my home here, my wife knows. I just go, I watch thousands of videos. Sometimes I have a friend, I have one of my friends that he does this tech stuff also. Sometimes he sends me a link of a YouTube video from somewhere, and I've already watched that. I tell him, I've watched this video. He said, really? He has sent me about 3 videos in a line, and I've watched all of them. There are some that I've not watched completely, but most of them I've watched them, and especially podcasts. That's the reason why there's podcasts also. Because in discussions like this, people share the insights. So I think that's what we all need to do. Watch those videos, try to implement. If you see someone make a video like with some shiny spark, like this one video what I did recently, I added some spark, something like it's a preset that is found in Adobe Premiere, but I had to do that. But I only have iMovie, which is a free software. What I did was this: I went and searched how to do that on iMovie. And I found someone who could do that. They told me I could search on YouTube, and I found the green screen for that preset. And I used that green screen in that video at the beginning. There are some little things that you might underlook, but if you put those little things, if you see everything, every swoosh sound you see in those my videos, every sound effect, I saw it or I heard from someone's video and I searched where I could get it from. I got it and I put it together in that my video. And again, the first 10 seconds is extremely important. Never forget that. It will determine if someone is going to click and enter your video and subscribe to your channel, because when someone is scrolling and your video pops up and it starts playing and they see your video for the first 10 seconds, it will determine if they will click, this content really looks good. Let me click and enter and really watch and subscribe or not. So don't joke with your first 10 seconds or your first 15 seconds or your first 20 seconds. Just don't joke with those first 10 seconds. The first 5 seconds. Make it fast. B-roll, 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 B-roll. Add as much as you can. Add B-rolls as much as you can if you are doing anything. Even if you are doing a cooking video or you are doing your video at home, your life at home in a day, make as many B-rolls. At the beginning, switch the scenes as fast as possible. Don't keep because just 4 boring seconds, someone can click off your video. 5 boring seconds, someone can click off your video. So my advice, try to cut out those pauses and don't give the chance for someone to easily click off your video. Just do your best to make sure that it's fast. Use B-rolls where necessary and make it fast so that you can switch from the scene. When you're explaining something, you can use, they are free. Go to Pexels, you can get free stock footage. You can use them in your video. There's no rules stopping you from doing that. There are other Pixabay, I think. You can use those. Use stock footage sometimes if you don't have enough B-roll. Make those first 10 or 20 seconds really fast, like swiping and the transitioning, and it really helps. So hopefully that works for everyone. That's it, Goga.
Damn, I can listen to you all day, and I think I like how the chat went quiet and there are like 25 people watching. They're not chatting because they're taking notes. Yeah, and my channel member Fabulous Aunt is saying that she's getting depressed because you are dropping reality. And then Radio Jonesy is my amazing channel member as well from Tasmania, the island of Australia, and he says, and watch a commercial if the creators are for sure are monetized. that's 100% true. I know I can't. 100%, because you need to support the creators to get the revenue. That's important. Bro, thank you so much. This has been fun. I don't know. You have a question for me, you said. So let me leave it.
Yeah. Okay. I realized that recently you started going out of your comfort zone more and trying out new things also. And it's really amazing and very nice, of course. So what has been your experience, like trying out something new, leaving your comfort zone to try a hand out in something new like that? Has it been tough? I know that, this going out travel content and walking out and just doing this stuff is really not easy. I understand because I know how it feels. So I understand the pressure you might have felt and the difficulties. And so how did you feel while I did that?
Thank you so much for that question. Hey, Sia Matunda, welcome. Fabulous Aunt is agreeing with you there. Let me just highlight for you. That's true. Switch off quickly. I do that a lot. I think 3 seconds is, make your point. I think there's a guest on the panel who once told us, if you can't make your point in the first 10 seconds, you've lost your viewer. Make your point. Yeah, they said make your point in 10 seconds. Even when you're doing shorts, make your shorts 10 seconds because that's what people want. And make your point in 10 seconds.
That's true.
And then, wait, sorry, I have a comment here. Now you people asking questions when I've been asked my question. William, this is what I told you earlier about my community. They will wait for the guest to finish. Now they're not going to let you go. Just wait, hold on. You're going to be here for a while. Now is when they've remembered we need to ask questions. And I've been telling them here, for the last 3 hours. It's hard to please people in these days.
I
have 200 gigabytes of content in Jamaica. How do you make that short? Because you end up losing a whole lot more in between. So, Willen, you can note that question. That is for you. The good thing, that's not for me. That is definitely the host.
Yes.
What is this word? B-rolls. Oh, it meant B-rolls.
B-rolls. Yeah, B-rolls. Like Yeah, the videos that you put on top of your normal, like if we're talking like this, like when he wanted to show my channel, he could put it on top of the main roll. You know, like the B roll is when I'm talking, I'm explaining something. The B roll doesn't have sound. You can mute the sound of the B roll, or you can put the sound. It just depends on you.
I can try demonstrate with one of your videos, just for her to get it. Okay, you can answer the second question by Ike as I share your screen.
All right, so yeah, let me try to find the question again. Can you pin the question again, Goga, please? Yeah, I'm trying to find the question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Ike, it's Ike, right? So
yes, Ike.
The truth is that when we go out to shoot content, we can shoot hours and hours of content, but you can't give all the hours of content to people just the way it is, like a raw footage. That's the truth. Most of my videos, you see sometimes, if you see me post a 20 minutes video or a 16 minutes video, the whole length of the video that I shot is maybe about 1 hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes. If you understand how to separate those moments from that video, from the raw footage which you shot, if you understand how to separate that from what might cause your viewers to click off, then you have made it. Then you can make it. Because the truth is that, of course, sometimes I'll go out, I'll shoot different scenes, many videos, but you need to pick out only the best. That's why even in school, there's a top 10, there's a top 20, there's a top, even in the Olympics, there's a top 3, you get the silver, you get the gold, you get the bronze. There's different kinds of positions. So everyone who is competing in the Olympics can't be a winner, right? Just like your videos, if you go out, you shoot amazing scenes, yes, but there are those parts that, for example, one time I shot a video and there was a particular part, like, in this last video that I made about this Eiffel Tower in Shenzhen, there was a part where I interviewed some visitors, a girl and a boy from Xinjiang, from one of the parts here in China. It's a very sensitive part here in China that many people out of China talk about. So I wanted that part to be in that video. I already knew that part was supposed to be in the video, but that part didn't have any sound. It affected me so much because that was a very important part that I knew I had to put it. Of course, it might be so long, the videos might be long, but you need to know how to cut down. Don't put boring parts in it. You can make 2 hours of footage, but out of those 2 hours of footage, you can take out 16 minutes or 20 minutes from that 2 hours. And that's how you gain the retention. Get the best parts. Now, for the parts which are not very important, make it fast. That's the reason why you have fast forwarding something. You can fast forward some parts. People don't need to see everything that you are doing. They might click off. It depends on your kind of content, though. There are other people who can put content for maybe 50 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour. Maybe they already have the audience and stuff, but maybe I believe that if we are still struggling to grow and we want people to enjoy our content, no matter the kind of quantity that you are actually putting in, that you're actually putting into your iMovie or into your editing software, do your best to cut down any footage. Like you went to Jamaica and you have a lot of footage from there. I'm sure there are some particular parts that you wish, like if you lose all that footage, which part of those videos of that footage would you wish that you had included in that video? So just think about it that way. I don't know if you get the point too, Goga.
I think, he definitely did. And he says, and you can save some for later. You don't need to use all the content, 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can save some of that content for later. Okay, guys, I'm ready to demonstrate what a B-roll is. But thank you so much, Joy Kenya. Joy Kenya is one of my co-hosts. And I like how she's explaining there on the chat what a B-roll is. So we are on Willen. Willen is a guest today, so we are using his content. So let me pick one of his videos that I haven't watched. Let me pick this Ferrari one that I've been itching to click. So
yes, that's actually not a Ferrari. Even it looks like a Ferrari, but
I'm going to skip because this can get into copyright. So I'm going to skip this commercial. Hold on.
Of course, you can skip that. You can skip that.
Paper, download.
But when you're supporting a monetized house, don't.
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening to my internet? Internet, you can't misbehave like this when people are waiting.
Sometimes it happens. That's the experience sometimes.
Thank you.
Especially after the ads.
Yeah, I know. Hold on, guys. Let me just see. Oh, just because I skipped there. Okay, there. Maybe I should unmute so that we... Let me start.
This car brand or Tesla, which one do you prefer?
你好，老张。
来了。
打开车窗。
Oh, automatic. 已经打开了。
Wow.
You feel?
Yeah, I feel some massage on my back. This car is giving me a massage, guys. China is breaking boundaries with that.
So there is why, and then it starts. So he has given you like a taste. I think he made this point in like the first few seconds for sure. and it's that thing. That's the B-roll. The thing okay. I think it stands out on its own, honestly.
Yes.
And so he made this point there. Yeah. So before you like,
there's a video where I really use the B-roll very well. You can check out the China, the Freedom in China video, or there's one of the videos where we really made good use of the B-roll. Where at the beginning I had to use some stock footage and some pictures to try to, I think it's about facts about China. Yeah, facts about China. That's a video. So for that one,
let me just see.
Yeah, facts about China. That particular one, I had to search.
Just let me just do that when you are here, because you are here and I have your consent. Facts about China. Where is I saw this. I think I saw the thumbnail. Let's see.
Yeah. Go up. It's up. It's a recent video. I think.
Facts,
yeah, that's it. To your left. Top left. Top left. Oh, top right or top left.
Where?
Go up.
Yeah.
Go back up. It's a recent video. I think. The one that the screen is divided by a red line.
This one, the driverless one?
Yeah, beside the car, to your left. Beside the car.
This one?
Yeah. No, not that one. The other one, to your left. Or is it to your right or to your left?
Oh, you're seeing to my left. Okay.
The thumbnail has a line in the middle.
Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones. Yeah. So the beginning in this video I actually used many years ago.
Hold on. Oh, that's
so this is one B-roll.
Okay, let me play it. So
China was at a very dangerous poverty level, but their government, alongside the Chinese people, fought hard to alleviate most of the situation and build the high-rise buildings and tech power we all see today. But why does the media keep bashing China for numerous reasons, even when most are unfounded?
China's GDP data is never accurate. There's a lot of...
Oh, so wait, I like the voiceover used on this one. That's your voice?
Yeah, that's my voice.
It's so cool. Like it feels like those documentaries or something.
So that's the B-roll. You see all the pictures that you switch. You have to switch the pictures or the short videos to explain what you are talking about.
Let's do that again, guys. Let's see how many pictures you switched.
Many years ago, China was at a very dangerous poverty level, but their government, alongside the Chinese people, fought hard to alleviate most of the situation and build the high-rise buildings and tech power we all see today. But why does the media keep bashing China?
And videos. Yeah.
Wow.
So all those are single pictures and videos, and you can make the pictures move with any editing app, you can like use I've forgotten how it's called, but you can like zoom in or zoom left or zoom top or zoom down or zoom right. So you can choose how you want to zoom it. It makes your videos more active, more fast, because if someone is watching your video, they want to watch it fast, right? Many people are very busy, they don't have time to watch videos very long. So the faster it looks, the better in their minds, it will make it feel faster. So use more B-rolls in that case.
I love that. And then Fabulous Aunt says, Willen, I get it very well because people don't know us and don't care so much about who we are as small YouTubers. But to catch them, we can give them only an interesting part to draw their attention.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah. You are fabulous. You are fabulous.
You're going to make her now like start feeling nice here. She'll start coming with her bottle of champagne here because you said she's fabulous.
No, but that's the truth, because what is that? We need to offer the viewers what they want, not what we want, you understand? So sometimes we might want to put all the footage in, but we can't put all the footage in. Only put what you think the viewer will really enjoy and they will really like and stay, and it will keep them watching. So I think that's the main point.
And you have a great point here from Jonesy. Jonesy is my member, says, I like this. Jonesy is actually a radio host in Tanzania. So he's very great on. I stole some things from his channel because I went to his channel and I like how he arranges his studio. So he says when filming music videos for bands, the rule is to change shots every 3 seconds. So it's exactly what you just said about the B-roll. The way we say switch them up so that you give people an idea of
exactly. If you are watching Davido's music, if you are watching Whiskey's music, if you are watching Diamond Platinum's music, you realize that it's changing really fast. Like all the songs, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, switches, Omale, it all switches really fast.
So guys, do B-rolls. I know sometimes our accents as Africans, some people don't hear what you are saying, but B-rolls.
I'm telling you.
Have you heard what EK? How will EK say this? EK will say it with an American, some mix of American there. So I'm like, huh? I think B-rolls. I think we're doing great so far. Trina here says, it's true, but the editing, man, like that. The editing that it requires, man. Yeah, so Trina is just like, Willen, you're making my life hard.
If I could do it, you can do it too. I learned all of this within the past 1 year.
Yeah.
I learned all of this within the past 1 year. I can't lie. I learned all of these editing tricks. Everything you see in the video that Goga just showed right here. Every single thing that you see in the videos, I learned it just within the past. I started learning it 1 year ago. I started my channel in August last year.
You're exactly 1 year old on YouTube. You have
1 year old.
Yeah, you have achieved what most of us have been struggling to do for like years. Guys, it comes from he said consistency, but while learning. So you have to do these things. I know they're not easy. Some of you are already cringing on the chats. I'm sure Willen is reading the chats and just smiling at you people. You guys have to edit. You have to edit. You have to edit the work. You have to edit. And you have to learn in the process while doing that. I think that's the
EK is asking another question. EK is asking something. EK says, Goga, Lataya house is like 5 hours drive. How do you edit that in B-rolls? You don't need to post a 5-hour video. you don't need to post it. During the 5-hour drive, there are special moments. Make those moments your main. And then during the other drives where nothing was happening, you can add those. Add your voice below some of the simple moments out.
Special moments, like when the aunt was talking to you, because I think you kept on talking a lot about Latoya's aunt saying something to you. Those are the special moments. Don't put
and you know your viewers. Yes, and you know those who are watching, who are subscribed to your channel. So there are some things that maybe you ask and maybe the person responded or the person talked about which might not really resonate with your audience. You can cut that out.
Yeah.
At least I think that you can do the things that will make your audience really feel so
You guys are mad. Patila says, I have never. I like. Willen, you see, I told you these people will be asking you questions. So, but don't worry, I'll come back to your question. I have never edited a video. I would love to, but I don't know how. So this is now where
the same answer. Yeah, it's the same. Watch and learn. Look, just as Patilasek. I hope I'm calling the name well.
You can call her Queen Patila. That's how
Queen.
That's what just
Queen. So this exact comment you just made right now, I have never edited the video. I would love to, but I don't know how. Copy this comment, paste on YouTube, search, and start. Search for what you just commented. Search in the YouTube search. Go to Google, paste it there. You will get answers. Start slowly. Watch bit by bit. In each video you watch or in each text you read, you will learn something. You will learn a thing or two. At the beginning, it might feel like you're not learning something, but at some point, when you get to edit when you start to edit, those things will be coming back to your mind, and you say, "Oh, while I was watching this, they say I can add this thing like this." So you go search how to add that particular aspect in your editing, and you do it. So it's just like that.
Yeah, like how everybody is asking Ike. Ike wants to like shoot an entire forest that he was in for 5 hours. Then Blessed is asking Ike, what was your special moment when you are going, not just the bush?
The question is, how do you shoot a 5 hour? Man, that's a long 5 hours.
Unless it's a meditation video or something. Like, that's so wild.
Shooting just 2 hours is tough for me. How can you hold a camera and shoot 5 hours? 5 hours straight or just different days? It's not.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Special moments. Don't come and put for us a 5-hour video on a forest. Yeah, special moments as you are told. Is there any other question for the co-host before I hope I've not left it. I think that was a great conversation on B-rolls. I think that was a great conversation. Kisha says, I love my African brothers and sisters. We love you too, Kisha. We love you too. Guys, ask your questions. The host is supposed. Are you seeing like the time on his clock? Let me show you. Let me highlight his studio so that you can see. He has that blue clock next to him on his left. Can you like let them see the clock, because clearly these people can't see the time in China.
It's switching, but it's like almost 3 past 3 a.m.
It is 3 a.m. in China, guys. The host needs to be asleep. The host needs to be asleep. The wife is already asleep, and you people are like busy asking the host questions. And I gave you one job. You're supposed to be asking the host these questions earlier when he was busy like explaining these things. You guys just wait for him to be about to leave, and then now you're like, host, really? Okay.
No, I think it's good for us to share ideas. We all need to grow. We all really need to grow. I think that I understand the process, and it's really tough when we're struggling to grow and when you're putting in the effort and it's not yielding fast fruits, it's not yielding fruits as you would have hoped for, and you're not blowing up accordingly. I know how it feels, and it's really tough. So I just hope that everyone watching right now will be able to succeed, not just in the YouTube editing. I think that this aspect also work in all of these tips also work in other aspects of life, even in your job or in any other aspect, even in the family. I think that if you have a problem and you research about that problem, you better handle the problem. So it helps us save time. Yeah, that's it.
Any other question you guys have on the chat? Okay, so you're asking me about my You're asking me about my experience as I wait for these guys to ask. They will wait when you are saying bye.
I thought you went to Nepal, then through India, then but I saw you walking in the streets in Nepal and went to a monastery. You saw a monk and you stood up somewhere you were looking at. What was the experience all together?
You've been following my channel clearly. Let me say like so it's been Trina is shocked that you're monetized for 1 year. Sorry, your channel has only been out here for 1 year. Sorry, I meant that.
1 year. 12 months. 12 months. I watched so many videos. I learned a lot. That's why I say consistency while learning. Learn a lot. Watch videos. Watch editing videos. Watch storytelling videos. I watched a video on how to tell storytelling in Hollywood from a Hollywood professional on YouTube. Free.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's all on you.
That nowadays. Yeah. I learned that you always have to have a story.
Yes, I learned storytelling because it's not good to just have a random something. It must have from somewhere and then end somewhere. So so that's just it. Back to you, Goga. Your experience in Nepal, India.
This co-host wants to interview me, and this was his show.
No, just that one question. I think that
this a married man is supposed to be going to sleep. He was supposed to be in this live stream for 1 hour. He's been here for 3 hours. Anyway, I will answer his question. Okay, you see,
I had no idea that I'll be here at this time.
I hope you are highlighting your questions because people are still asking you questions down there. I'm going to answer you my questions so that I can get it over with before these people start asking you your questions. I've highlighted the one for Joy Kenya. Let me start it for you. Can you see my starred messages, Willen, from your StreamYard side? Because then if I start the messages, the ones I'm putting a star on, those are your questions.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that now. I can see that.
Yeah, so when I put a star, you can just look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer Willen, guys.
Yeah. You traveled to Asia, Nepal, India. Your experience walking in the streets. How did it feel being a black man in Nepal? How did it feel experiencing Nepal, experiencing Asia? How did I know that all eyes were surely on you?
Let me tell you. I've never been to Nepal, so it was my first time in Nepal. So I've been to Asia before. I've been to India. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to China briefly though.
Yeah.
So I've been quite to a number of countries there in Asia. So Nepal was different because I don't even think I knew Nepal until, you remember when they had an earthquake a couple of years ago, and it was all over the news, and it was like people are taking help to Nepal just to help them build back. So when I saw that country in the news, I never even imagined I would ever go there until this time happened, because I had to go to the monastery for the training. So I get to Nepal. It is very hilly, it's very mountainous. Nepal is the home of Mount Everest. Yeah, the eight tallest mountains in the world are all in Nepal. It is very mountainous. It's very hilly. The city is inside a valley, so when the plane was landing, it's like you're just like this, and then the plane just goes down, and then you're like, it was just wild. Yeah, but the people are very nice. I used to think because Nepal is next to India, so I used to think that the Nepali people and the Indian people are the same, but they are very distinct. Like the Nepali people have I don't know how many other they look very different. They don't look Indian, but they have a very different outlook when it comes to life. They are super friendly for sure. They are super friendly, and it goes to what you just said earlier about your experience in China. They will approach you, and it depends on how open you are. If you respond to them, they'll be more than happy to strike a conversation, and they'll even be willing to help you around and things like that. So it was really nice to see that.
For you, yeah. Wow.
And one experience, one of the problems, I know my Indian supporters are asleep now, so I can talk. But one of the things that I didn't experience in Nepal though. In India, I have been grabbed several times as a black man. People just want to take pictures with me randomly without even asking for my consent. Somebody just grabs you there. They want to put in their selfie. Probably go tell the family that I met a black dude.
I watched a few videos where Indians just grab to take a photo.
Yeah, they just grab you, and then they want to put you there, and they want to put you in that photo, and without even asking for the consent. But the Nepali people are so they almost feel like they're annoyed. They feel like they're annoying you even asking you for a photo op. They start apologizing. They just don't feel happy about it. But they just could they kindly take a picture? And then it was nice because you are taking a picture with the family. So it was nice.
Yeah.
I was more than happy to do that, and then I strike a conversation with them, and then they explain to me where they're from. The monastery, on the other hand, wasn't a great experience because that was very humbling. I didn't have access to devices. You're living with monks. You have to live their lifestyle. I tried to shoot a few videos. I'm still editing that video out so that it can give everybody an experience of the monastery. So I'm hoping
of course.
But it was nice. It was out of my comfort zone, but it was great content. I've never had to make content like that. I'm purely a yoga channel and a live stream channel. So it was very interesting. I have to shoot a video on a motorbike. It's just
It was nice. I think you should do more of that, bro. We would like to see more of that. I'm one of your audience too, so I'd like to see more of that. Even if no matter where you are, any place where you are, I think that you can definitely do more of that and share with us, and definitely would love to watch it, love to enjoy it.
I will do that. Nice. So answer your questions before we. Somebody's asking for your Instagram. I can share his Instagram just now because I'm connected to him on Instagram. Okay, so Willen will jump real quick through your questions. So married men need sleep.
I saw the first one. Which app does he use for thumbnails? And where do you get the eye-catching images? That's J Kenya Africa. He asked that.
J Kenya, yes.
A little bit upper, bro. Yeah. So first, for the app that I use for thumbnails, I just use Canva, free option. I'm not paid. I don't even use a paid version yet. That's why I said sometimes it's not even about whether it's paid or it's cheap. It's just about learning how to use them. I had to learn also how to use that. So I use Canva for my thumbnails. I think for all my thumbnails I use Canva. But the point is that for you to do a perfect thumbnail, it depends. You need to visualize it first. Know that you are shooting this picture and putting it together with this one, or you are doing the picture on the scene. For example, there's the subway picture which I did like that, and I pointed the subway. I took that picture at the subway station. So, but I use Canva. And then where do you get the eye-catching images? Some of the images I just go to Google, the ones which are not copyrighted. Because I think when you go to, when you go to Google, you can see the differences. You can see some which are not really copyrighted, and then you can go to Pexels. I think Pixabay sometimes, but mainly Pexels. Pexels, you can get videos and images. You don't even need to use the whole length of the videos. Just short shots make your videos really faster. So if you can get these videos and pictures, mix them. It doesn't matter. It's just to make sure that you can. If you're explaining something, you can get a picture of what you're explaining. People prefer visual representation of stuff rather than just saying it. If you are explaining something, for example, especially one reason why I learned how to really put in the editing effort like this is because doing talking head videos like we're talking right now with indoors, you really need to make it fast, because just sitting here talking to people sometimes it's tough. So using those extra add-ons, the B-rolls, those images, those catchy images, you can get them on Pexels, Pixabay, and a couple of other places. There are some which are paid, so if you can afford it, you can definitely get that. And then Marion said, so only married men need sleep. Yes, so only married men need sleep. Oh, but married men need to be searching.
Then, of course, Fabulous Aunt, the Willen's Instagram channel is Willen's Business and Lifestyle. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, Willen Business or Willen BLS.
Yeah.
It's Willen BLS is still the Instagram. So everyone is welcome to link up. I'm open, my fellow brothers, my fellow sisters, anybody who needs any point or have an idea for me, I'm open to learn. I'm open to sharing anything, and you can inbox me and we can have a chat.
Yes, he's shared his contact. People are saying that Canva is hard. Again, guys, remember if you forget everything Willen has said for the last almost 3.5 hours, consistency while learning. Consistency while learning. Consistency while learning. I think that is the overriding lesson. Now back there, bro. Okay. Welcome back, Nyambura. It's really nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a minute.
Thank you, Trina.
Did you skip any question? Did you skip any question? No.
Let me see. I think all questions have been answered.
All questions have been answered. The rest, I think, are just talking among themselves. Guys, if you don't have any question, please. This is the tail end of the show. I am I'm going to give the host a chance just to sign off, and he can do his CTA. YouTubers like using acronyms. CTA is called call to action. So you need to he's going to do his call to action. Of course, he has to say support my house, all those things, and he has to give the final words. I'll give him 2 minutes just for him to say. Ike is asking Willen, have you registered your channel? I'm getting a trademark license for Ike. No one can ever use that name unless they want a lawsuit.
Oh, not yet, but I think that's a good idea. That's something that I need to start thinking about.
It's a great idea.
I recently secured a website. I think 2 websites for Willen Business and Willen Shop, because I'm planning to go. I'm thinking in that direction too. Willen Shop. I'm a business person, so I'm planning in that direction too. So much more loading. But I think that's a good idea. Thank you so much, Ike.
That's a good idea.
Very important.
Very important, because these are like our companies. You have a question from Lowy from China. Lowy is asking you.
86 Lawai, yeah. 86 Lawai. Welcome on board, Lawai. Morning. We've been here for about more than 3 hours.
More than 3 hours. We start with Lawai. We thought you were going to be here for 1 hour. Even when he was asking me, how much time do you think we'll take in the interview? I was like, I can only promise you 1.5 hours, but after that, I have no control, because it depends on what people will be asking you on the chat. And he has clearly seen for himself. He has been here for 3 hours.
We've been here for 3 hours now. Why 3 hours? We're almost done, and it's been amazing. I've learned so much. We have shared a lot with each other, and thank you so much for stopping by, Lawai. We have shared our experiences. He shared his experiences as a Black person visiting Nepal, India, and I shared my experiences too, and so much more. So it's been an amazing experience so far.
He has shared a lot of things, Lawai. No worries. Sorry, I missed the show. No worries. It's here. The good thing, it's on his channel and it's on mine, so you're able to replay it even when you are working, eating, or something. So you'll be able to get at least a sense of the conversation.
Yeah, that's okay, Lawai.
That's the beauty of rewatch.
Miss the show. That's okay. Next time, I'm sure sometime we can do it again. So I'm sure he'll be available again. Yeah. Hey,
Madai Sarah, what are you doing on the? Madai Sarah is my colleague, and I wonder what she's doing on. Oh, what time is it in Kenya? Oh, it's only 10 o'clock. That's why she's awake. She's doing her night activities. Thank you so much. I was wondering why my colleague is awake this late. Is there any question before I get Willen to do his CTA? Maureen Chinomso, happy birthday to your mother. The mother just turned 73. And she was really given a lot of blessings. It was really nice.
Wow, happy birthday.
Willen, Patila is asking for your Instagram again. Give me the short version of your Instagram, because I just know how to look for you on the full one.
Okay, just search for Willen BLS. Willen BLS. Just
Willen BLS. There. I've typed it for you, Patila. I've typed it for you.
Willen BLS, I think. Yeah. Willen BLS. You should find me with that. That's the Instagram.
Guys, is my chat showing? Because I feel like StreamYard has decided to give me some punishment. I'm not seeing my chats. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, it's showing.
Yeah. So there we go. So any burning question, you say it now or forever hold your peace, but we'll do it again next time, or you can ask Willen directly. He does premieres. How often do you do your premieres? I know you do them twice or thrice a week.
For me, twice a week. Like when I'm uploading twice a week. I do all premieres recently, so I can interact with my audience during that time.
Yeah. He does premieres twice or thrice a week, so you can engage him, and he's very engaging on his premieres. But his videos actually gain traction after they've been uploaded. And then
Yeah.
Kumam TV saying, I've already been in your house, co-host. You're an amazing big brother. Oh, that is for you, Willen. That's from Kumam. Kumam is from Uganda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you, Marion. Thank you so much for appreciating my time. And thank you for your time too. Thanks for being here. I'm so grateful. I've learned a lot from you guys too. Thank you, Kumam TV. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for bearing with us. I know this interview was supposed to take the shortest time, but the fact that I've seen the people on the live stream, this number has not dropped. It has just been like within the 20s thereabout. So that's good. It means you guys were listening and taking notes, and you didn't harass me on the chat. So this is good because you're taking notes and listening in. So you better check his house. We are not holding our peace on this one. Exactly. That is the lesson. Last question, last chance to ask questions. Our channel's growth will never let him rest, Goga. Exactly. Amen to that. What is his YT name? Patila, it's the one that is pinned I've pinned his channel on the link, and he just typed there Will and Business and Lifestyle. That is the co-host's Patila has been here for over 1 hour, and I think she 1 hour. Carol is telling you, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you too, Carol. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful. It means a lot.
And Carol, congratulations on your monetization. I was so proud to see that $ in your house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Now the journey is beginning. The journey.
That is it. Jeez, that's the beginning of the journey. Yes, and she's I think she's more than able to, and I think she's already picked the queue because she's putting up the content there, and it's nice. I like it. It's very engaging content.
For sure.
Kisha, bye guys. This has been wonderful. Peace and blessings. What time is it in the US? Thank you so much, Kisha. Really appreciate that, Kisha. Thank you so much, Kisha.
Surely about maybe 3 p.m. now. Just symmetrical.
You know, guys, you know why I'm not feeling bad that Will is still here? He's a businessman. He doesn't have to wake up at 8 in the morning to go to the office.
That's true. I create my own schedules.
The only thing he told me is that I think I've eaten into his editing time, because he has to post a video on Friday. Tomorrow, so that means he has to wake up tomorrow just to edit his video for the Friday for his Friday premiere. So I mean, that's how bad I feel. But you know what? It's not easy to have it's not easy to have an amazing content creator willing to share. People don't share this knowledge. When Willen came on my Sunday service live stream, and I was just making fun, I'm like, this is a big YouTuber. Do you think you can have time to come and tell us?
Big
He had to Goga, I am not a big YouTuber. I'm just a small YouTuber. When do we do it? Give me the time and the date. You know my contacts. Reach out to me. He was more than generous to tell me I'm not a big YouTuber. Let's set it up. And I was,
no, my brother. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not a big YouTuber, my brother.
I'm speaking it into existence because you already been.
Amen. Amen. So speaking it into existence, visualizing.
So it's not something that I now look at this one. You people don't want the ghost to go and sleep. It's like 3 a.m. in China. What advice do you have for someone?
No, it's okay. No problem. I think it's.
Yeah. What time? There's your question.
What advice you have for someone who is planning a YouTube channel set for February 5th? I don't understand. YouTube channel set for February 5th, 2030? Inauguration date?
He's just joking. Marlon is the crazy one in the community. Kumama will answer your question but even Willen can take this question. Because how long does it take for a pin? Mine is now 3 months not arrived. AdSense pin.
Really?
How long did yours take, Willen?
Really? Mine just arrived recently.
Okay.
Not so long ago. I think that
it went to Cameroon.
Yes. Of course, I use the address from Cameroon, the everything Cameroon. So it depends on what you use. I think you use a PO box. You can use a PO box. One that is really good. I think that's the best way. Yeah. How many times have you requested for the pin already?
Kumam, have you applied the maximum number of times you can request for a pin? Because the problem in Africa, we don't get our pin as fast as other countries. So what you need to do, I got my pin after 4 months, but I was just about to give up when one of my channel, one of the YouTubers here, Alimatu, my sister Alimatu, the lady from Ghana, she told me, Goga, apply for all the possible number of times you can apply until you exhaust the number of times AdSense give you a chance to apply for a pin. Because when you exhaust the chance and the pin does not come by the time the deadline reaches, AdSense gives you an option to verify your address manually. That thing can only open if you have exhausted all the four chances that you're supposed to request for a pin. So if you have not done that, it's 3 months.
I think three times.
3 or 4 times. I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Should be about 3 times.
3 times. So apply until you exhaust those number of times, because Africa and the postal system is just a mess. But it's our reality, and then it will so that it doesn't, because if you don't do that, you're going to be demonetized after 4 months.
Exactly.
Because it will have taken extra too long. Carol is asking, does the pin arrive before verification by Google? The pin is the verification. You will need the verification.
The pin is the verification. It's the most important part.
Yeah,
it's the most important part. So
it's the most important thing to say you're monitored. It's like the final thing. That's why people do videos when they get pin, because the pin is actually what makes you a YouTube partner. So you have to do what you need to do so that the deadline doesn't pass, because if the deadline passes, you'll be demonetized. You lose all the ads.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to get the host to say his bye, and I think that's it. Yeah, Nyambura agrees here. Nyambura is telling, very true, Goga. There are people who can't agree to share the knowledge that they have. No, Willen is very amazing. Willen is always more than happy to always share the knowledge. He's a great guy. I've known him for a while now. And then you have
I learned to share. That's how it works. Yeah. Hey, Lawai says, I think in China. Yeah, in China it's complicated. That's the reason why I had to do it in my home country.
Yeah, China.
It's really complicated. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's so many complicated situations when it comes to, like the Google, the Gmail, and the rest. Absolutely. But hopefully with time, they can be
Facebook as well, right?
Yeah, hopefully with time things can get in place and get arranged.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lawai, we totally understand in China. But thank you so much, Lawai, for really joining us this early. Why you were so early? But we appreciate your presence.
Thank you so much, Lawai. Thank you so much.
So Kumam, you applied once. No. Once is not enough. This pin thing, the moment YouTube AdSense sends you a message on your email that they have sent the pin, you wait for 2 weeks, you apply again. You wait for 2 weeks, you apply again. You wait for 2 weeks.
And before they even send the pin, even send the pin, the process, those first two, step 1 and step 2. No, step 2.
Exactly.
Sometimes step 2 can take weeks or months for some people. You have to change your AdSense account and do this stuff.
Exactly. So you have to do all those things. Guys, I have to now release the host. So I'm going to give him a chance just to wrap it up for us. So Willen, you can take 2 minutes just to do your CTA. He's a natural. I remember when we started this live stream 3 hours ago, I just told him to say hi to people. He started doing the live stream and I'm like, look at this one. And he's a guest. And he just went along with it. And I was like,
so excited.
He was so excited. He's a public speaker, so speaking comes very natural to him. You'll see it in his videos. When you watch his videos, you will see how excited he is on the streets.
And it also depends on the host, on the energy. Your energy made me just dive in, because I saw, I saw you the energy was like, whoa, like this. So I just jumped in. I was like,
yeah, you walked in with my. That's what I'm telling you. You walked in with my energy, and I'm like, wait. we can't be 2 Gogas on this live. Look at this Goga here. This Goga is like trying to get me out of business here. Because he got in the same energy I normally use. He's screaming at everybody. Thank you so much, guys. Have you given me a thumbs? I'm like, you just came here. Look at this one. But
exactly.
But as he told you, this is probably his second live stream. He has never done live. He only did one live stream, so he gets excited of a live stream. So it's nice. It's nice, and I think you are ready for more of them. Thank you so much, Famous. Nice to see you, Famous. I will now let Willen sign off and maybe say anything he has to say.
Okay.
But yes, we will be. We are more than happy. Feel like home. Once you become a guest in this channel, you are permanently allowed to always visit anytime.
Of course.
In case there is always something you want us to discuss, you can always let me know, and then we can set it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we really appreciate your presence here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lillian. Welcome, Lillian. So I will let Willen now sign off so that we can release him. It's very late in China. It's almost like 4 in the morning.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Hold on. I have to put your
like
solo layout for you. Yeah.
Yeah, 3:45. It's like 3:45 a.m. right now here in China. So it's been an amazing 3 hours, almost 4 hours, and I didn't even expect that this life would be like this. And I'm so grateful that Goga, my brother right here, gave me this opportunity to come here and share my little ideas. I've only been here on YouTube for a year, and I've experienced so many things. It's been tough. It's not been an easy journey, of course. And one thing that has helped me has been the learning experience, because I've learned so much, not just for my YouTube, for my own personal self, my self-development. Because, sometimes creating content and growing your content is also about growing yourself, like individually, like internally. If you can grow your personal self, grow your mind, you will grow your channel. You need to be able to grow your self-discipline, your self-determination, your focus, your productivity level, the kind of things you do, how you do them. For example, before I started my channel, I wasn't really frequent with working out or going for a run. But since I started this channel, because I've watched thousands upon thousands of videos, I watch even videos where people talk about going for a run or going to exercise. So I saw that I needed to improve myself. And I realized that all of these aspects joined together have led me to where I am right now. So I'm really grateful. My own little advice, of course, I'm grateful that I've learned a lot from you guys right here. And my own little advice that I can give as someone who has been in the journey for just a year and where I am right now, I'm just grateful, of course, for all my subscribers watching this and everyone who has been supporting me. I'm so grateful for that. And I hope that there's more to come, not just for me, but for everyone else. And my little advice, like I said to Goga already, is to keep learning as you stay consistent. Of course, most times, most motivational speakers or most mentors or other people will tell you, stay consistent, just keep uploading videos, just keep doing what you're doing. Or if you are working a job or you're trying to create something, they will keep saying, oh, just keep doing it, it's not just about keep on doing it. It's about learning and doing it. As you are doing it, as you are consistent, you need to learn. And learning has become very interesting these days, thanks to all the multiple options of learning that we have. There's Instagram. You can follow pages of creators on Instagram. TikTok, you can follow content. You can follow creators on TikTok. YouTube is the most amazing platform. Come here on YouTube, watch all of those, learn, grow. So as you are being consistent, learn, try out new things. As you learn, you see something, you see a new idea, try it out. One of it will stick. So if you keep on trying each and every single day in the evening, try to do that. So I'm really grateful that Goga gave me this platform. And I think this is my third live stream ever on this channel. And I'm happy that I've done this and I've learned a lot just by doing this already. Sometimes your body might tell you, oh, this is a tough task. You can't do this, but you need to fight, you need to push yourself. I am struggling too. No one is perfect. I am not perfect. So I keep on struggling to improve myself. And sometimes I can fail. Sometimes I can fall. Sometimes I'll do a video, it might get just 10 likes or 15 likes or 100 likes. But you can do 5 or 10 videos in the line, and those 10 videos get 5 likes, 20 likes, and then you do the 11th video, and that 11th video gets you 500,000 views and gets you everything you want, and you can even hit 50K subscribers with just one video. I have seen it happen. I have seen people do it. It is very possible. And for you to get to that point, you just need to prepare your mind and put everything in place, which still goes back to learning while being consistent. So I just hope that all of you watching right now, you can also stay consistent and keep on doing it and keep on learning as much as you can. I'm always available. Thank you all so much for the support. And I'm glad I've come here, and I'm glad I could share my own little tips. I hope someone can get a thing or two from it. And well, we hope we all grow. Good luck to you all. Good luck to you, Goga, and good luck to myself. Good luck to us all as we keep going and sharing our experiences and changing the world in our own little ways, because everything we're doing is changing the world. If you are doing something, someone is learning from it. You never know who is learning from your channel. So, and might just change someone's life. So I just hope that as we keep pushing, let's just hope for the best and let's all succeed, because there's so much trouble in the world today. You can't even wish someone bad today. You can't even wish someone difficulties. I can't even wish anyone bad today because the world is already bad enough. How you want to wish bad or bad? People are already going through a lot. So I just wish everyone the best in these times of turmoil, in this time of hardship in the world. I just hope everyone succeeds. Every single person in your endeavors, whether it's on YouTube or in your personal job, just go out there, hit it, keep pushing, and do what you can. Thank you so much. Thank you, Goga. I'm grateful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Willen. Guys, please give Willen a round of applause. Send him hearts. Put some nice emojis there. Those nice things you guys like putting on the chat. What are you telling us?
That's Chinese. I'm thanking the Chinese audience that are here. Anyone who only understands Chinese, I'm just saying to them, "Xie xie." 你会说中文，我要说谢谢，欢迎来这里，我们真的很开心。所以 thank you all, thank you all.
Thank you to Willen. So Willen, you have the liberty.
You wanna say谢谢? Thank you.
Oh, Willen, I have to make you say hi to somebody here before you go. The person who just joined the live stream. Are you seeing the name there?
Lillian?
No, the one that only has one name.
Alcimo?
Alcimo, yeah. You are going to be Alcimo next year because Alcimo just got 100,000 subscribers.
Whoa!
He has his silver button now. He puts it behind him like the way you are seated on a fancy studio like that. The silver button is normally just behind him on his wall. And then he just likes coming to my channel He likes coming to my channel just to accuse me of that I talk too fast. I need to speak slowly so that he can understand. He's learning English from me. That's the drama we have on YouTube between me and him. And then he requested to be my Nightbot. He requested to be my Nightbot because he said that when Nightbot types, Nightbot has a tick next to its name. So even him, he has a tick next to his name. But a tick is a flex because a tick is only available for people who got 100,000 subscribers. They're the only people who have a tick on YouTube.
Congrats, Osimo. Congrats. Hopefully we get to your journey someday.
Hey, amen. From your lips to the ears of the universe. Thank you so much, Willen. Once again, it was really a pleasure.
Thank you.
It was really a pleasure. Let me put up close. I need to thank him, guys. It was really a pleasure having you on this panel. Feel free. This is home. One thing I like is that I like how we connected when we started this conversation because we've known each other for a while. We've been talking on these whitey streets. You are my amazing African brother, albeit you are in Cameroon up there. I am so happy that you made that daring decision to go to Asia and figure out what you needed to do while in Asia. And I just want to say thank you so much for the time that you spent. You spent over 4 hours with me. It's not something I take
4 hours, and it feels like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 4 hours. We've sat there for 4 hours. We didn't even have a bathroom break, a pee break. We've just been talking and bouncing ideas. So I just want to say I really appreciate the time. It's not something that I can repay because in business I know you pay for this kind of time and stuff like that. But I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your insights. I appreciate you coming to share your lived experience. Congratulations on your 13K. Guys, let me tell you about the 13K. Willen, today I was at Willen's premiere. It was at 1. I was actually at work and it was lunchtime. Yeah, it was at 12.8. Now we come on the live stream, he's already at 13K. Look at how growth happens when you are organically. Like, it was at 13K just like in less than 6 hours before we came on the show. So it's really something that is amazing, and I want to say
I'm grateful to everyone who has subscribed, everyone watching. It's really amazing. Thank you so
guys,
much. Thank you.
Go to William's channel. Go click his thumbs ups before we end this live stream. Make those
and
thumbs ups.
All of my subscribers, if you are watching this too, go to Goga's channel. Let's get him to 10K and 13K and 15K and 20K. If you are watching this, please go to my brother Goga's channel. He's an amazing human. You can learn not just amazing yoga, all kinds of stuff, and you can also start enjoying recently the travel videos, so much more. So if you are watching this and you love the content on William Business Lifestyle, you will definitely love Goga's channel. So go there, subscribe to his channel. Let's keep this going. This is a movement.
It's a movement. And with that, thank you so much. Unless there's anything, you are free to leave. You can answer any other question on the chat. You can type something on my chat real quick for people to connect.
Thank you, Alcimo. Goga is really fast. That's the reason why when I got here at the beginning, Alcimo, when I got here at the beginning, his energy and the speed, I had to keep up. So I had to learn immediately and just adapt. So you are right, Alcimo. And thank you so much for loving my background. I tried to reduce a few stuff. Before it was much more crowded, but I thought the less the better. Thank you so much for liking my background.
Alcimo and Willen, you have to stop showing us your background. You are showing off now. We know you guys have fancy backgrounds. It's okay. We get it. And it's not green screen like some of us. We get it. These guys are flexing. These guys are flexing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother, for having me. Thank you so much for everything. I'm so grateful. Thank you all for watching. I'm grateful.
You're most welcome. So Willen, what you can do at the end of the live stream, because I may chat here for like about 5 minutes, you can edit. Of course, you can edit the last part out and the countdown for your people. You can make your side private. Then you can edit it out so that you don't have like my extras at the end.
Okay, that's right. I'll do just that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Adios. Zaitien. Bye bye. Au revoir.
How do you say good night in Chinese though?
Good night in Chinese, Wan An.
Wahan.
Wan An.
Oh, that one, guys. We'll Google. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good night, Bonnie. Bye bye. See you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Please apologize to your wife on my behalf. Tell her I'm the one who kept you very late. Yeah, please apologize on my behalf. Yeah. And there's evidence there's evidence, and we've been saying very nice things about her anyway, so I think we'll be fine. Thank you so much.
Selamat malam. Altima, selamat malam. I learned a new one today. Selamat malam.
Yeah, selamat is it's like thank you. No, that is like greetings. Yeah, Indonesia is
okay.
Yeah. Final goodbye. Africans never say bye